Yes.
Fuck.
Listen, shit!
It's been a long 2 weeks, so we're just going to go ahead and jump straight into it. If you heard that on repeat, tough. Like, skip ahead 10 seconds.
We
It's
love you
YouTube.
anyways.
Yeah, it's YouTube. All right, everybody. When last we met, the Godslayers took a bit of downtime. Elazio's bodyguards moved out, and they named themselves the Sentinels of Dathersport. Vorag asked the Godslayers to find an old recruiter by the name of...
Oh, shit.
No, oh shit was not the name. His name was Nash. And he is
Steve Nash.
half orc, half ogre,
Yeah, Steve Nash.
which
for sure.
I forget what they were called, but it's there in the monster manual. Anyway, they discovered that he was alive because they found some paintings inside of a cask, basically a message in a bottle, because he was quite the exquisite painter. And so they knew that there is, or they basically know the island of which he was held at because it has a very interesting rock formation that looks like a
Skull?
no.
It's a mermaid.
No.
Or, no, it's a
It's
dragon.
a dragon. Wasn't
And
it
a-
fighting something?
It was fighting a
Turtle.
mind flare,
Yeah.
or not a mind flare, oh my Christ.
I would have all of
Succubus.
the answers for you if I got to do what I usually do on
I'm
Sundays.
sorry.
Succubus.
No, it's
was
Beholder.
a mind flare.
Jesus
Or
Christ, I
Beholder,
couldn't
yeah.
even think of
Okay.
that. Anyway,
A thing that kills.
the Godslayers boarded the war bar and sailed for the Isle of Eye and Flame. A storm giant had attacked them in the open sea because my players are trolls, so they deserve to get a spank down.
And it wasn't my fault this time.
Part of it was
No,
hard
it
fought.
wasn't. I didn't do shit!
Hard-
I wasn't even playing at that point, remember?
Hard fought. They lucked out and were attacked by a third party, a pirate ship by the name of... Does anybody know the name of this pirate ship?
I don't remember the name of the ship.
The ship was called the World Breaker.
The World Breaker.
Outnumbered, the Storm Giant had backed down. Strangely enough, aboard the World Breaker was an old friend by the name of Leon.
Motherfuckers!
Racist Raccoon is back. There they met the captain of the World Breaker, Dindo Sissy Spear.
Dindo Sissy Spear.
And they paid him to take him to the Isle of Eye and Flame. So,
Amanda, will you move your drink that way? Okay.
all
that's
2
fine.
liters of it. So with all that said and done, you guys have the escort of the Storm Giant. You guys are aboard the World Breaker, and you guys are headed towards the Isle. A couple days will pass until finally, breaking one morning, it is the 7th of Ked. So it's getting a little bit chilly, but in these waters, more of a temperate kind of northern kind of thing going on. You guys can see in the distance that it is indeed, the rock formation looks like a beholder. It's just a
Yeah,
big
that's true.
rock, essentially, with lots of spires of older trees. And it looks like a dragon's attacking it in the same breath. It has a lot of vertical channels leading up to it as well. So, very narrow for a ship to go into. And you guys see that towards the entrance, there's a little plume of camp smoke. So the storm giant bids you guys adieu and starts turning off.
Bye, bitch.
She scowls at you.
I like partially unsheath my sword like
I don't think she did, actually.
I fucked her up.
Yeah, he
Like-
did.
I think she was more scared of Captain Sissy Pants, though.
I'm pretty sure that the record was your spell was the one I was a little bit the most scared of.
So Leon did
Did a
like
pretty good job.
over 50 damage in one turn.
Yeah. That's like some of her hit points.
Yeah, it's still a lot.
Very little of her hit points.
Oops.
So yeah, she scowls at Leon and just rolls her eyes.
I just
Does
hit
she?
the wrong button. It's fine.
Goes back into the water.
It's fine.
So, The captain looks over at you. Smells real big.
You guys know what you're doing here?
We're looking for someone.
Well,
That's all I know.
Plays with his scar across his neck.
you got any plans of getting on with it?
I mean, well, you guys saw our boat kind of just sink there. It'd be awesome if you guys could help us out getting to this island.
We're fucking here.
Do you want to take a rowboat, or do you want us to go through the large channels? You've
You guys
paid for
normally
this.
let dumbasses like this on your team?
She's good.
Go fool me.
We'll actually take a rowboat so we don't risk your boat getting any damage done to your ship.
He nods.
Fine. He says we will remain here for you to come and approach when you are done with your task.
Thank you.
Sounds good to us. We
Yes.
greatly appreciate you.
He tells him to weigh anchor, and they pull the sails up so it doesn't catch any wind, and the anchor goes down. All the people are kind of doing a little pirate shanty as they
Okay.
get the small rowboat, turn it over, splash into the water.
I think I'm going to tag along with them on this one. They got a habit of getting into trouble, especially now that they got some dumbass human with them.
Good. I want someone to protect my investment anyway.
Alright, so
Leon.
And then he pulls a pistol and throws it to you.
Thanks, boss.
And he goes back to yelling at them.
alright, so start rowing. I'll row, I mean, if that's the case.
I imagine we could take turns if we had
Before we
to.
leave, I want to ask him if he would like us to. No, never mind. It's a concentration spell. I'm not going to be able to hold concentration on it.
Make fog.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they gave me a pistol.
Would you like some of my fries?
Is there anything special about the pistol, or is it just a pistol?
Just a pistol. Flintlock, standard, all the rules. Don't forget to.
The black powder's actually
You are proficient with the pistol.
Okay.
Everyone's proficient with pistols
Okay.
and muskets and everything. So it won't reflect that there. You can change it as long as when you level, you remember to take it and continuously.
Add
You know,
your
up it.
proficiency bonus instead of no.
Because D&D Beyond doesn't have it set up to where you can't take it.
This one does.
What?
He's offering me an energy drink because I'm tired.
Um,
But I don't think an energy drink would help.
If you're tired, I
Yeah.
guess technically wouldn't
I don't know.
it? There's a Dr. Pepper over here.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to have soda.
so she's gonna have an energy.
I'm not gonna
She was
drink
turning
it.
it to the ingredients. Is there coffee in it?
I don't know. There's a lot of ingredients on this. Half of them I can't actually pronounce.
I mean, I'll say if you can't handle a coffee, an energy drink's probably not the smartest thing.
So, being proficient with
It's
it,
actually
it adds your
300
proficiency to both
300
to hit
milligrams
and
of
damage, right?
Well, it's not
Just
necessarily
two.
the caffeine. It's literally the coffee that gets me.
And normally that's a
No, I'm saying it'll wake you up
Oh.
for a little bit.
No. Yeah.
being a ranged weapon that adds your dex on to hit.
That's cool.
Yes.
There's Dr. Pepper over there, though.
Yeah, no, I'm good. Hopefully. I don't think I'll need anything.
And if you do, you have it there.
Exactly.
Okay.
Did you post to Facebook by chance?
Yes, I did.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
That's why I missed that we were there. Because I was posting to Facebook.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Do I want...
Okay.
Thank you.
So,
You have a lot of food.
Bonham and Mickey will go ahead and stay behind.
They got drunk on the ship, so they're sleeping it off.
Well, yeah, Mickey's probably drunk, but Bonham is more seasick.
I
No,
would
no.
imagine Bonham probably got drunk too. He was drunk a lot before.
That is true. So yeah, they're definitely sticking on the ship.
Maybe it's a combination of both.
This is your guys' rowboat. The water is very stone colored. So
That's cool, G.
I think your other box of tiles are in there.
Yeah, I just
That's no
don't.
big deal.
I don't think it has a. What's it called?
Water.
Yeah, I don't think it has a water option. That's another one I
I
need
think you have
to
a water
invest in.
tile, but not
Yeah, it's not
a
that
huge
big.
thing.
You want your dice?
Yes, please.
She made these.
My 8,000 dice. Yeah, you weren't here when I showed everybody. Oops. No.
Sucks to suck.
Okay, kids. Who's got some proficiency in some land vehicles?
That person over there. Bartholomew.
In land vehicles?
Yeah, like I said,
Didn't
since
you take like the sailor feat?
Not the feet.
The
the
background.
background.
No,
Oh,
well,
I
not
have
the
land
background.
vehicles. Shit.
Because I have Outlander background. But before we flipped to this, I did have a profession in sailing and Pathfinder.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
Well, that's a good way to represent it since you have the
That's when you, like, lay
vehicles.
under the head
'Cause
and
in my-
the phone on your
Drops
face.
on your fucking
Again,
face.
like the fact that you can't get water vehicles unless you take one specific thing,
Mhm.
I don't like it. So if you have vehicles, they also come up so few and far in between. Vehicles counts as land and water in my world. Until I find a better way to go about it, and I think that's pretty much the best way. So you two essentially have can add your proficiency bonus to any of the abilities that are requested for you to make this journey. When it comes to rowing it, no matter what it is. So, you guys hop in the boat and go. It's your world. Start dicking around.
Stop bumping me, dumbass.
Please don't start fighting.
Don't tell me what to do.
I was asking, I wasn't telling.
I don't need your permission.
as you're arguing, going,
Kaylee's gonna go over to Zalari and be like, this fucking raccoon is gonna get knocked off of this ship if he doesn't fucking quit.
I'm pretty sure he feels the same way about you, so.
I didn't do a damn thing to him.
This is just how he is. He just kind of hates everybody. You get used to it after a while.
Mm-hmm. We'll see about this.
God damn it.
yeah, I'm just going to continue rowing how I see what I see, in the water, where I think would be the best path.
Okay. Like I said, imagine huge spires. Yeah, it's basically like canals and different things like that, where the landmass had split and the
Gotcha.
water had gone through. So it's pretty narrow on either side as far as that's concerned. Go ahead and make me an athletics check. Don't forget to add your proficiency bonus, even if you're not proficient with it, to represent the vehicles.
Can I assist?
I would su-
He
I
doesn't
highly
need an
suggest it.
assist.
Which
That's
I
a
don't
nat
need
20.
I rolled a nat 20.
Okay.
So that would be proficiency plus my athletics, right?
Mhm.
That would be 36.
Okay. You guys come pretty close to a couple spots that looks like basically you can kind of tell by the shade of the water that you'd bottom out the boat.
Yeah.
And you're able to dodge it just fine. As you go through and you guys continue on, it takes you about an hour. You guys start hearing very beautiful singing
Oh
echoing
no.
off just reverberating through the whole cavern.
We've had long rests, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were sailing for several days after the storm giant. So
Can I do a perception check to kind of see if I can tell which direction they're coming from?
Sure. Do me a favor, and since there's an echo, make it a disadvantage.
Sounds good. That would be. I said perception. That would be 21.
Oh, 21? Okay.
Disadvantage.
Even at disadvantage, that's
Yeah.
impressive. You can tell that as it forks into three different paths.
Mhm.
The path on the most extreme right is the origin of the songs, of the music.
You said the path on the right is?
Mhm.
And is it a feminine voice.
What kind of check would you want to find out what it's singing?
As
Nature, history.
yeah, actually, these are they are natural occurring creatures, so nature would be what I prefer.
14.
A 14. Tales about the ocean oftentimes mention sirens, mermaids, essentially that are very similar to mermaids. You know the story.
Yeah.
Marzu had a whole history with them. So.
Well, Landon knows the story. Leon does not.
Right.
So-
As far as
But
he's
Leon has heard of them.
right, especially being from the world's version of Japan, they're not uncommon there either. Especially in water is a very common and popular place for these creatures to be. You would probably see them more as shapeshifters or ghosts, so they could be either or actually. But the stories are all pretty much the same.
Where they coming from?
They're coming from the right.
Then let's go
I was
left.
gonna say, let's go left.
Okay, you guys are able to go left. You guys continue on another probably 15 minutes. Everything seems to be pretty calm. The music stops echoing because of the vicinity you guys have crossed into. Everyone make me a perception check, please.
17.
17.
It's a 14.
I got a 15.
17.
Okay. So 17, 15, 14, 17? Two 17s? Those two 17s, you guys notice, you'll hear kind of like a little splash in the water, and it's, as you guys are rowing, you got the sun of rowing too, so it kind of masks it. You guys look over and you see some rubble just kind of falls in the water. When you look up, you see what looks to be the body of a very large looking lion, except the face isn't...
Chimera?
Hmm?
Is it a chimera?
The face doesn't look a thing like a lion. It looks more like a human. It has terrible barbed tail and a terrible looking skullet and a set of big bat-like wings, and it's just kind of stalking you guys from the top. Every now and then it'll move and it'll pull its wings out to kind of correct. And as it yawns, it opens up its human-like mouth, but you just see rows and rows of teeth like a shark has all the way back into
Oh,
its
that's
mouth.
nice. So nice.
Fun.
They're like, hey, check that out.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna row. Actually, no, I want to keep the pace. I don't want to row faster.
Okay.
We're gonna row faster, but I don't want to row faster because
You don't want to get too tired.
I don't want to get tired, and I also don't want to provoke it.
Okay.
I'm trying to avoid provoking it. Like,
But how far away is it?
You're looking at about, I'd say it's up about 80 yards.
80 yards.
Yeah.
which would be 80
So times 3.
240 feet.
Yeah.
Let's just keep moving, I guess. Keep an eye on it.
Yeah, since I'm rowing, I'm gonna have someone else keep an eye on it.
Okay. So you go ahead and make me an athletics check. Remember to add your proficiency with it. Who's keeping an eye on the Manicore?
I will be. Give me 1 second here.
Are you going to Hunter's Market?
Can at that range.
My Slayer's Prey only goes to 60 feet. And
You said athletics.
Mm-hmm.
my Hunter's Mark only goes to 90 feet, so it's out of range of all of them.
21.
21.
So I'll keep an eye on the Manticore.
Okay. Go ahead and make me another perception check, please.
16.
Okay. There's a brief second where you lose sight of it and you start to panic, but then you see it kind of skulking around the edge. It's basically ahead of you guys. I'd say about somewhere in the neighborhood of probably about 10 yards.
I'm gonna
Okay,
get you
30
cough
feet.
drops.
30 feet.
Huh?
I'm gonna get you cough
And you
drops.
notice that there's a section of the rock that is kind of broken, and it's starting to like shove against it. It looks like it's gonna
I know
try to
that
drop
home.
the rock
Oh,
on
yeah,
you guys.
that home that
Essentially.
They got taken.
Slowly. I'll be okay. I took some Robitussin, or not Robitussin, but some Robitussin.
Tessa.
You taking the airborne stuff today?
I've been taking some every day. I noticed that you got
I'm gonna cast my
I got
hunter's
it
mark on it.
too, just in case.
Okay.
I'm taking prevention.
It's still just as high up as it was previously.
Well,
I've
it's
had it
not
once already.
10 yards
I don't
away, you
want
said.
No,
Yeah,
it's
but she
still
had-
up just as high, but
Except for I
it's
still
also
went to work.
shot ahead about 30 feet.
I was dumb.
Sorry, man.
I was running about
I
100
could make
fever
you fly.
Hard.
at work. Like I was walking around, just normal walk, sweating.
Oh my god.
Looked like death. Apparently, everybody said I looked like you're dead. No, I'm still moving. The sad thing is, I was still working better than half of my team. More than half of my team. I'm like, yes.
That's terrible.
Even though you were sick.
I looked at every time someone was slacking off. I'm like, I'm here and I'm sick. Work.
Do better. No, when I went home on, what was it, Wednesday?
No.
Thursday? I
It's
don't know.
okay for now.
I went home and I had a fever.
Mm.
You doing better though?
Mm-hmm. What day was it that I went home? Was it Wednesday
She
or
got
Thursday?
the shit that I think it was Wednesday. She got the shit that Zach had, not the shit that we
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, no,
You can ask her. I look dead.
I went home and I could not get cooled off. I just
I've been there, done that one.
It's getting awfully close to the spot.
Would you allow me to use Gust to give the boat a slight speed boost?
Would
I
you
could
be
also-
That sounds like a question that you're lobbying to see if something might work or succeed.
The thing is, Gust is a cantrip, so it's fairly weak. By the rules, I don't think it would work. But I'm asking you as a DM if you would allow it to work.
As a DM, I've seen all different kinds of things have an effect. You should try it and see if it has an effect.
Okay.
Are you trying to go faster too?
Yeah.
Like, okay. Now, if he's going to do this, relaying information, hopefully, I will speed up. Like, I'll speed up my rowing as well.
Okay, so you guys are going to go ahead and try to time that. Read Gust to me.
You seize the air and compel it to create one of the following effects at a point you can see within range, and it's
I
range
did
of
roll
30
for
feet.
athletics too.
So I'm just aiming behind the boat, trying to propel us forward on the water. One medium or smaller creature that you choose must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed up to 5 feet away from you. You create a small blast of air
Good
capable
dice.
of moving
Good
one
dice.
object that is neither held
Another
nor
nat
carried, and that weighs no more than 5 pounds. The object is pushed up to 10 feet away
Until
from
we
you.
start fighting.
It
the next
isn't
round.
pushed with enough force to cause damage.
I
You create a
thought I
harmless
brought the
sensory
D20
effect using
that was
air,
like
such as
this,
causing
but I don't
leaves to
know
rustle,
if
wind
it
to
is.
slam shutters shut,
I'm not sure.
or
if
your
it's
clothing
all
to
around.
ripple in a breeze.
Okay. And what did you get for your
A
roll?
36.
Okay, a 36.
I rolled in that 20.
Damn, son. So, as you guys get kind of close to the area, the creature bangs itself against the rock a couple times, and then finally, as it gives way, you cast your Gust. It'll go ahead and, even though the boat weighs more, buoyancy and the like, I'll count that as moving ahead 10 feet. And you're sitting there just kind of getting ready, and you just start into the row and just start cranking away at it. The creature pushes against the rock, and it doesn't seem to give way very much, doesn't seem to give way. And then finally, it's at its breaking point. It starts to break off and fall. You guys are well past it when it suddenly, a huge section, about twice the size of your boat, hits the water. Displaces the water a little bit, but you're able to correct it with your amazing roll already. The creature kind of looks at you guys and kind of scowls.
I just
God.
continue
No.
rowing.
He's gonna
Skill call.
taunt it.
Yes, he is.
He taunts everything.
Yes, he does. Okay. As you guys go, you'll go to the point where the crag will break off, basically into an L shape,
Okay.
veering to the left. And as you guys are going up, you guys smell the smell of cooking meats and hear a lot of like laughter
Mm-hmm.
and things like that. How do you proceed?
I want to do an investigation check and see if I can't like figure out maybe what kind of creatures, or if I can find any tracks for the person that we're looking for Nash.
Okay, you're still in the boat, so no tracks
Oh, I
as far
thought
as
that we
that's concerned.
were.
No, you're still in the boat, and you're like as it goes. On either side, you guys have a super tall. You can see the sky, but you have the super tall walls essentially. And it goes forward, and this one continues and breaks off like that.
Gotcha.
And on the other side, you can see kind of a bunch of palms and sand and everything. So it's obvious that like a foothold to the island itself is there.
How far away from the shore are we though?
If you guys were to sail straight towards the shore that you see, it's, let's see, be about 300 yards.
Okay.
So 3 football fields.
Okay.
Okay, and then is where the people are by that shore? Or are they off?
You don't see any people. You hear them, and
The
you smell the
smoke?
meats.
We smell the meats. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Can we tell if the smells are coming from that direction, or is it down around the bend?
Make me that investigation check. It won't be for footprints, but maybe you can ascertain some of that knowledge.
But also, if there's a sandy beach, I would like that'd probably be a good place to dock the rowboat.
26.
A 26. When you sit there and watch one of the gulls, it's kind of floating on the wind, and then when the wind changes, you can tell basically where the smell's coming from. You're like, it's pungent now, and you look up at the gull about how it's moving, and you're like, yeah, it's probably on the other side of this L shape.
Okay.
They're probably on the other side of it.
Is there
So,
anywhere for us
around
to
the
be
bend.
able to hide the boat? Okay.
Not and get to the shore. You've got 300 yards.
Can I see anything up there that we might be able to hide? Or is it still too far away from me to really?
Well, it's still the big thing here is
Okay.
basically blocking it off. But you guys can slow the boat and kind of peek around the corner if that
I'll
helps
slow
you.
down.
Okay.
I'll slow down so we can peek around the corner.
You keeping an eye on that?
Can I still
Creature.
see it?
Make me another check.
And actually, what I'm going to do is when I go down, I'm going to
19.
row, and I'm
You
going
don't see it.
to kind of drift into the corner,
Mm-hmm.
so we can peek over our shoulders or look forward, just and stay flush with that L-shaped turn.
With the wall and the
yeah,
L shape.
so it
Sure.
doesn't, so nobody can see us right away.
Yeah, make me another check. What languages do you speak?
I have abyssal and common, but I can comprehend languages.
Okay. But you're not casting that or anything. You do hear shouts in a different language. What languages do you speak?
Common, halfling, sylvan, undercommon.
Common, Druidic, and Orc.
Common, celestial, and orc.
If nobody can really understand it, then I'll cast comprehend languages to be able to understand it for now.
Okay, so you sit there and cast your spell.
Well, it's just an action. It's not ritual.
Right, but it's still a spell.
Yeah.
You cast your spell. What did you get?
32.
God, man. You're good at this shit. Yeah, it coast and you Tokyo drift it up to the edge. You guys kind of hold off on the edge. Some of the stalagmites and things like that are jutting out, and some of the trees and branches. You guys see that there's a bunch of turtles doing the little sunbathing thing, and there's a little mink running around, a jet black mink. Dular all of a sudden starts licking his lips at the mink.
She's just gonna kind of she's gonna grab him and just be like, wait for just a minute.
You say that?
I whispered to Dular.
Just wait just a second.
Also, what's your alignment?
Chaotic neutral, I believe.
So you cast your spell. Any components or anything? Any neat components to it?
So visual, somatic, and material.
Yeah, what's the
So
material?
it's just like a pinch of salt.
So you take
a pinch of soot and salt. But yeah,
So as you take like that and
and
you
like
you start to hear
No.
you hear the Disputa Norhar Evigonch, and then it'll slowly Avis and so, and it like starts like every other word starts to become common in your brain
Okay.
until all of a sudden it bleeds into a very 13th Warrior moment that slowly starts to pick up. And you hear, it's basically a bunch of dwarves playing drinking games. It's a game that they call Catch the Sun. The idea is their deity tries to eat the sun, Lucentarius, and but it's kind of reminiscent of what a night and day would be, even though you guys don't have a night and day.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it ate the sun, the Centaurus is still also kind of darkness. So it's like,
Yeah,
congratulations, you played yourself.
you played yourself some. Dwarves have a big hate on
So
for
it's
it.
also dwarves.
Dwarfs.
Dwarves. You are.
So yeah, so you start hearing that.
I'm gonna relate to everybody that it's a bunch of dwarves ahead. They seem to be playing a drinking game.
Do we want to go find these dwarves and
I mean-
see if we can drink some information out of them?
I mean, you got any booze?
Yeah.
If you show up with booze, I think they'd be a bit more welcoming.
I do have a water skin of that Dwarven Stout. So
Valor
Still?
has on mine still. It makes me sad.
I haven't drank
Cheers.
that yet.
Zalaria never got any.
I always
so.
bought it from the bar.
So
Saving mine for a rainy day.
Aww.
Well, it's not a rainy day, but I feel like
It,
this is a
it
good
could,
enough.
be, it could be their stout. You never know.
No, it was stout from the Dwarven invasion.
Okay.
Of course, these dwarves may have been part of that invasion. Did we kill them all, or did some get away?
No, lots got away.
Okay.
It was an entire fleet. You guys couldn't just... You decimated the front lines of the
Wait,
fleet.
the invasion you guys fought off with the pigs?
Yeah.
That one. That
Pre-stream.
one exactly.
It was a nightmare.
It was
It
They
was
often are.
great.
It was one of the greatest moments in D&D history.
And hey,
Matt
and,
Mercer would be proud.
I'm sure he would be
and
proud.
Kamia's rules were amazing.
So,
Except I'm pretty sure that was still Pathfinder.
Yes.
Yeah, we were playing
Not yet.
Fighter still.
what are you assets doing?
Let's go. Let's go
Let's-
see.
Let's go
say
try
hi.
to find where these dwarves are.
Say hello.
Also, keep your guard.
Yeah, I'm not gonna leave anything in the boat. So I have all my weapons and everything too. So
Do we dock the boat?
I want to dock the boat, and I kind of want to hide it.
Yeah, I want to get some palm leaves and try and camouflage it and whatnot.
I mean,
Okay.
if you want me to roll,
So you guys are going
survival-
across to the beach.
Yes.
Is that away from where the dwarves are?
No, it's real close to where the dwarves are.
Yeah, we're going there then.
If you need, I can draw you out something to kind of show you what I'm
I
thinking.
think a visual aid would be useful.
Excellent.
You could use a.
Scratch paper.
Mm.
If you would have answered me, it would have creeped me the fuck out, Mandy. Just so you know.
I was like, do you want me to make a survival check to hide the boat?
Do you want some of my fries?
In a second.
Okay.
Terry, do you want some of my
I still have
fries?
some,
Okay.
but I'll eat them.
What's your
Harry?
survival?
It has a lot of food.
6. Mine's 7, so.
Needed this book anyway.
I
So.
will aid you.
Okay.
I think my survival should be a bit higher. Half an hour.
Okay.
He's also a ranger.
Yeah, no. But survival's also off.
That's actually probably why I thought my survival was higher because
Because you thought that you were
I
a
thought I was
ranger.
Mara.
If my wisdom and intelligence was switched, then
Intelligence is a dump stat.
Okay.
my
You
wisdom
guys
was-
are here
well,
at the
my
X.
Charisma was
Okay.
okay. Set.
Sounds are coming from over here. Sandy Beach on the other side. So
Okay.
you guys can stay here and swim. And go
No,
out
we're gonna
here.
go dock. We're gonna go dock the boat.
Right here?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you do, you notice that there is a dwarven longboat.
guess I might be able to sell that too.
And a very large campfire kind of thing going on.
Okay, we want to try. I want to try to get. I know this is weird. And I don't know how you would have us roll for this, but I would like to try to get over to it, like quietly, stealthily.
Okay.
How do you stealthily row a boat?
Well, it is dark.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what.
I didn't know it was dark. I
It's
thought-
always
always dark.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I always forget that part of your world. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
It's okay, I do too.
That's why I'm trying to row it quietly. Like I'm gonna try to limit how much my rows
Kinda
splash
like-
the water. Yeah, I'm gonna
Right.
keep them kind of actually in the water and just.
Make me a stealth check. If you're not proficient with stealth, add your proficiency bonus because you're land vehicles.
Oh!
Little dog name.
I rolled a 1.
Good.
Alright, so but that is still a 4 plus with my proficiency.
Mhm.
It's still an 8.
An 8.
It's an 8 on the dice.
No.
What is this?
6. Okay.
Well, okay, I have a question. If you're rolling for the dwarves and they're drunk, don't they get disadvantage?
If they were all drunk,
Oh,
the
okay.
scouts are not drunk.
Okay.
So, yes, the ones that are drunk, I'm just assuming that they've automatically failed because they would roll with disadvantage. I don't need to roll 1,000 dice. So, you go, and as you're going, all of a sudden, you're like kind of looking over the edge, and you see like the campfires that they have lit and everything, and you see they're like dancing around and doing different things like that and playing different games. And you see the longboat is very large, like it's a big warship. And as you're kind of looking at that, all of a sudden the boat hits something. And you look over and it's a saltwater crocodile, and it just kind of swims over to the edge and goes towards where you guys were kind of planning on parking.
Oh, fucking dicks.
And as you're sitting there rowing, like you hear they just keep going. You see there's a scout, looks over. And he wipes it on his friend. His friend's like turned over like this. So you guys seem to go just fine. So as you go up, you get out and you pull the boat up.
We pull the
on
boat up
sand.
and we want to hide it.
The saltwater crocodile's just kind of sitting there looking at you.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
I will actually throw it a rash.
You throw it down, it looks at it.
If his mouth is open, I'm actually going to try to throw it into his mouth.
Yeet! Make me a ranged attack with my proficiency to yeet the rations.
So it's just your dice.
A range. It's just my dex modifier.
Yeet!
Oh
I
my
completely
god!
What did you get?
A 1.
Nat one?
Net 1.
Okay. So you throw it and it hits the crocodile and it gets like kind of the growl going on.
And then I just. I don't know.
And it'll do like that kind of a bite, and then grabs it and it'll slink into the water. Does not look very happy with you, but the very meat heavy processed rations that you carry.
So I'm
It'll
hiding
be
the
fine.
boat.
I would also like to speak with Animal then and be like, I'm sorry.
It's got to be a ritual, remember? You need
Oh,
10
yeah,
minutes.
10 minutes.
No, it lasts for an hour. So if you want to,
Actually, yeah, I would like to, when we get that,
Yeah.
like after we had the boat and all that and we get everything together.
Well, why don't
would
I
like to-
hide the boat while you're casting the ritual?
Yeah.
okay. So go ahead and hide the boat as you grab some of the palms
Yep.
and
That's a 19 survival check.
okay. So remember, since things only get magical sunlight once a year for the necessaries, palm tree, every plant looks pretty sickly.
Yeah.
But you're able to pull off enough of the palm leaves and everything. You see that. And what did you get on your check?
19.
A 19. As you're sitting there pulling it, you see you even get there's a coconut and you can pull it down. When you turn it over, you see a tarantula and you're able to flick it off.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're able to get a little bit of coconut going. Well, he's a raccoon. But you are able to grab enough of the palms to go ahead and hide the majority of it. You can even dig a little bit of the sand and kind of like hide the nose of it. That'll help you out greatly. When you're done casting your ritual, go ahead.
All right, so I'm, I kind of like sit down cross-legged with it, kind of not like right in front of it, but to where I can like look it in the eyes, and I just almost look like I'm meditating a sense, and then I'm gonna like put my hands together, point to him, and when the ritual, I feel is done, and I'm actually going to say, I apologize for throwing the ration at you. I tried to give you some food, and can you do us a favor?
You hit me even.
I am very sorry for that.
I'm gonna exit stage right. He's Wally Gator from Hanna-Barbera, motherfucker.
The last time Bonk cast Speak with Animals as a ritual, it was on a crocodile in Tyler's game, and that crocodile had a Brooklyn accent, and I remember that moment, and it was hilarious.
It was hilarious.
Hey,
But
he's
there-
fucking me up!
I'm gonna X up. Stage right even.
I'll give you
Goes
another.
left.
I
It goes left.
I don't know
I
left from right.
talk to him and be like, hey, I'll give you another ration if you do us a big favor. Or a small favor. Will you guard this boat while we are on our adventure through here?
Make me a handle animal check. And give me that roll with advantage because you're speaking English to it. You guys look over and he's like,
With advantage.
woo! He's making crocodile
Yeah.
noises. Like it's the weirdest fucking thing you've seen.
So that would be a
Actually, while this is going on, Celeria is going to be like, you can go
21.
do your hunting thing to Jular to let him go.
21.
A 21. It doesn't seem to understand a lot of the concepts. Like when you're saying the guard, you're like, guard, protect. And suddenly it's like it's my territory.
Mm-hmm.
Then it'll crawl and knock some of the leaves over and totally mess up what Leon's done. And lay in the bed.
He's fucking
And I tell him, it's like, hide this.
He looks blankly at you.
Or keep this hidden. Protect it.
Okay.
Okay. And I'll actually give him another ration as well. That is three 1-day rations.
Yeah, does the crocodiles don't have they pretty much are just eating machines, very much like a shark. I'm pretty sure they don't have an idea of concept of full stomach. So it'll go ahead and it'll eat your meat heavy ration, and it seems to be laying on top and very much protecting it. You're able to poke a couple of the leaves back to hide it.
And I tell him what I told the crocodile. Hey, I asked the crocodile to protect the boat while we're out.
Well, you didn't have to fuck up my job.
He's
Told him not to get
He's
it.
not that intelligent.
It's currently
But
also
I
crapping
do.
in the boat.
okay, we can
Probably
clean that
far more
with a string.
intelligent than you are.
Look at me. Look at me.
You're a fucking
Doesn't
raccoon.
look like I give a shit.
Hey guys, we are here to find Nash.
Do we really need her for that?
Yes.
Yes.
I beg to differ.
We do. We do, yeah. Not kind of, we do.
We'll see, I guess.
So, I
Heavens to Murgatroyd.
What?
The crocodile.
and I look at him and I kind of nod and like say, "You got this." Is he wanting? Okay, he's wanting more food.
No, that's what crocodiles do. They sit there and
Okay.
to release heat.
Does a bird come down and start picking food out of its teeth?
Delar's doing it currently.
But so I look at everybody and I'm like, "There's two ways we can do this. We can all go up there, all mighty hands, and we got this.
Now that we're on land, I want to do some kind of an investigation and see if I can find out if I can find any tracks for Nashes.
Or we can already act like we're drunk, and we stumbled upon them."
27.
27? Hold that thought and keep that number. Suddenly you feel something wet sopping, like a wet towel like gets draped over you. It's the mink. Dular's sitting there, like, eating its guts open and just pouring down you.
It's like,
I thought it was picking food out of the crocodile's teeth.
It was.
That's all I
It's
Where'd
also,
you get
it also, like, wanted to hunt the lake.
How
Fast.
would you do this both?
It's
Because you
fast.
guys are taking time
He's
to do
fast.
shit. Things like
I mean,
that.
Terry's ritual took 10 minutes.
And you guys are talking to a crocodile. It's moving. They don't move fast. You guys are bitching.
So I look at you guys and I'm like, how do we want to go about going up to them?
Do we have to go up to them?
I say she goes and talks to him.
We're not going. No one's going alone.
Haley finds, you don't find any large footprints of a half ogre.
Okay.
What you do find is footprints of scouts. It looks like they come in teams of 2 on a regular basis. Dwarf, obviously. Or dwarven. They stick to the edge,
Okay.
like kind of closer towards the rock of the cave and different things like that.
Okay.
Or in the bushes. It looks, they're pretty well hidden, but you're able to find them.
Okay. I'm gonna definitely let everybody know that I see the footprints and everything, and that it looks like there's scouts that patrol here very frequently. So we should probably.
Do we want to try to go in
Here's the
between
thing: if only
scouts?
one person goes, that's less intimidating.
But if the other 3 of us get caught and that one person gets in there,
I don't think 3 of us can get caught.
I'm more worried about that one person being in there with us getting spotted outside.
Worry about the one person who's in.
Yeah,
That's why I'm suggesting her.
but we need her.
She's good at her job. Also, do we really have to go talk to the dwarves, or can we just sneak past them?
They might have information about Nash.
They
Nash,
might be the people
Nash
who
might be
have-
there.
I don't know. I've heard they're pretty cool.
The dwarves?
Yeah.
Well, if he thinks that they're pretty cool, I think that we should send him up there.
Please kill me. You look over and you see that the weasel's still alive a little bit. And it's like, please kill me.
I reach over and snap.
Dilar like looks at you and it takes a bit of it and then drops it in your lap.
I will, please, Dular, and I will just stick it in my little side pouch,
No, you can.
saving it for later.
It mind links with you and it's. I'm trying to think. You know how cats give you food because they don't think you can hunt. It says it's basically like you're learning because you snapped its neck. You know they'll bring a wounded animal
Yeah, yeah.
quite a bit, and so you're getting that impression from him with the
I just
emotions.
But I look at Leon and I'm like, it's we all go, or
None
we
of us
sneak
go.
through.
Fine.
Although Haley's the one who can understand them at the moment,
Yeah.
so you'll have to do the talking.
I can understand them, but I can't talk to them.
Ah. That's a problem.
Yeah.
Right. We might be better off just avoiding them.
Unless they're the people that have Nash.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
Well,
Can we scout?
it'd be really hard.
I would like.
to
We
hide
should try to go in
them
between
over.
patrols. Like wait for a patrol to come through.
And do what?
Wait for them to like hide. Ish, maybe it's gonna be hard to hide me. I could be a tree.
Okay, but if they have Nash, how hard do you think it is for them to hide he's a half ogre?
That's what I'm saying. We go back.
It was my stuff.
Mine did the same thing. So.
They're talking to each other.
So I don't know. What all is around us? Are we like this beach and then trees? Is it
Beach trees, and then it goes into a hard, rocky, kind of a mountain, like a miniature mountain. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
It looks like there is a large cave entrance towards where the dwarves are. And around is a lot of different kind of brush foliage, things like that. A couple crabs walking through, skittering. Excuse me. Excuse me. As they're walking by your feet.
So we can go through the woods. Try to, avoid the patrols.
Yeah, they're keeping mostly to the shoreline, to the edge.
And try to get close to them without being seen and seeing if we can spot Nash, I guess.
I could just turn into a bird and fly into the camp.
I mean, you definitely could. It would be the easiest for you. You could just fly above head and see if you can't. I mean, there's already birds up there.
Yeah.
Just turn into one of those and.
Is it just seagulls that are flying up there?
For the most part, that's an ogre.
Yes.
Yeah.
I kind of knew what an ogre looked like.
That's a half ogre.
Oh, that's nice.
So okay.
It's grow.
But so he looks like that, but
Ogre.
more green because he's half ogre, half orc.
Yes. Or Graylian. Or Graylian.
That's a combination.
No shit. So they're about 8 foot tall and 450 pounds versus like 10 stories tall. Which don't even get me started on what the mating ritual would be. 10 feet tall and 1,000 pounds. But yeah.
Nobody asked.
There's a mating ritual. They discussed it. They discussed like...
So they're
thing.
10 foot tall. They're taller than me for sure.
Yeah, ogres are 10 foot tall, and the half ogre is 8 foot tall.
I'm 7.5.
He said 10 stories.
Yes, it was an exaggeration. Okay.
Alright, so
Sorry, just wanted to give you guys a visual of what
No,
you're looking
that's fine.
for. An 8 foot tall individual weighing about 450
7'5".
pounds.
We're not going to be able to fit him on this boat.
We're gonna get a bigger boat.
I mean, I'm a sucker for a Jaws reference.
Is it just seagulls that are flying up above?
Mhm.
Do you want me to go scout out the area then?
Yeah, that's probably our best plan so
do you
far.
feel comfortable doing it? Okay.
Let's turn into a seagull.
I mean,
Alright.
it's not like she's got Rook here to shoot
Exactly.
her down. We killed him.
But the seagulls poke at my head.
You polymorph into you wild shape.
Yeah,
Stop
do
that
you want
now.
me to, do we want to do what we did last time when, like, I hold my talking coin so I can tell you guys what's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She'll take it off and, like, give it to Haley. She'll do Lar on Darth's shoulder.
With the weasel in it.
Hey, why did she get a coin? I stole those.
Don't you still have yours?
Yeah? They're technically mine.
Mine. All the seagulls.
Go up to her.
Wait, my talking coin!
Archer, you
I stole it!
fucking dumbass.
Both of you make me a stealth check at disadvantage. As you guys start getting raised voices, or you say something a little bit louder than you.
Deliria's gonna turn into a seagull and be like, good luck.
Just fly away.
Just fly away.
6.
Okay. They start getting into heated arguments and everything else. You turn into a seagull.
And I look at
Suddenly
them, I'm
you
like,
can hear.
Weird.
Suddenly you can hear the seagulls, and they go from to mine, as you shapeshift and transform into it. And then they start arguing over the coin and everything else. Suddenly you guys look over and you notice that looking dead at you guys is a scout sitting there wearing a lot of reeds and stuff like that, and you just kind of back into the reeds.
Well, we've got company, and she's gonna take the talking coin and she'll fly up above.
it is 3-1.
Where are they? Where are they?
We saw the scout. Like
Wait,
I
who saw the
specific.
scout?
You two.
Oh,
We
yeah.
saw the scout.
They're arguing over a coin.
I look at them and I'm like, we're not alone.
Where?
And I point to the direction of the scout.
Which was in the
And
water.
make me a perception check. The seagulls, now that another seagull is going up, you hear them say, single, single, single.
Okay, that is a 13 perception check.
A 13?
Yeah.
Okay. You don't see it.
I kind of ready.
You lost your mind, Turn?
No.
15.
No, you don't see it.
Oh!
Alright, so
But he saw it.
You know the general bush. I'll give you guys that. And if you guys will go ahead and make me a perception
Yeah,
check
okay.
now that it's ducked back down.
Damn it. I have to be able to see it. I was gonna shoot magic missile
Okay,
at
what
it.
is that?
Mm-hmm.
Be like,
That's definitely a
17.
7.
You do see him still.
Okay. So I point him out like he's over there. Like,
Just go get him.
I think you're crazy.
all right. So I
got
walk over
14.
there and I actually
You got a
pull this.
14.
I pull the scout out of the wall,
Oh,
out
wait.
of the wreath, like just straight up, just pull him up.
Okay. You go over and you look and you see him and everything and you pull him up. He's holding a small cannon. And you hold him up and he goes,
I'm gonna shoot magic missile at him.
"No, you do. Okay, we can do that. Do you remember though my dead to rights rule?" So
Well,
that's
I
all
wanted
I'm
to
saying.
be able
And
to shoot the magic missile before he shot him with the cannon.
And I look at Leon. I'm like, am I crazy now?
Maybe a little less.
Or a little more, depending on how you look at it.
We're not.
I pick him up. He does that. I drop him.
Hold on, buddy. I know you like your toys, but he's not the kind of guy you want to shoot at. Look at him. He's 3 times your size.
Nakasvash.
Still have that going.
He's like, I can't understand a word you guys are saying.
I kind of do this. No harm.
Okay.
Initiative.
Well, I'm gonna get my attack first, real quick on Turth. An 8 doesn't hit you though.
No.
Okay. So he'll go ahead and he'll fire. It will be. I mean, we were dead to rights, but it was pretty smooth. So he'll go ahead and he
you
fires
can
off the
double it
small
still,
cannon. And
Dead to Rights is an automatic crit hit, which would pretty much kill you immediately.
yeah, to represent a Mexican standoff. I was kind of acting like he is a bit confused. You guys didn't draw blades. So I'll say that he had to
didn't draw
hit.
blades. We raised our hands like, no, please
Right.
don't.
I was just
So-
trying to make him lower his weapon because I couldn't talk to
Right.
him.
I'm saying normally remember dead to rights, that would be a bad thing. But we'll go ahead and have it as an attack roll because you guys were. It was a very like, are we doing this? I'm not sure we're doing this. And then, so he'll go ahead and he fires. It makes a huge kaboom because it's one of those. It's basically one of those small cannonets that they put on the side of ships.
Yeah.
To hit areas
The
and
hand cannon.
yeah. So it rings out and boom, makes a huge firing sound. Misses you completely and hits the dirt, and you see it embed about 15 feet in the dirt. It would have hurt all pretty bad.
Yeah, and I look at Leon. I'm like, yeah, I think I'm crazier now.
Now let's go ahead and get a quick initiative on it.
Okay, I have a quick question.
Yeah.
D&D Beyond does not have a seagull.
Advantage on
The
initiative
only
rolls.
bird I'm really finding is an owl or a hawk, which
They should have crows and stuff like that. Don't they have standard fowl? Sparrow? I think
there's
sparrow's one.
raven.
Yeah, we can use
Wow.
raven.
Legend him, or do we want reason with him?
Well,
I mean, he just tried to attack you. I'm all for drawing blood.
let's not.
My barbarian is
Out of character. This isn't what Leon would do at all. Out of
Initiative.
character.
Oh,
He
sorry.
just made a big loud noise. The
We
entire
gotta be ready. Yeah,
the
I know.
entire dwarven
Initiative.
17, 20.
warship now knows there's something going on.
20.
20.
Reactionarily,
28.
Jeez, fuck. you,
Leon's going to
Rusty.
draw blades. 18.
Okay. Top of the initiative with Turth. Dice. You're new and I like you. Start rolling well. Thank you.
That was the one good roll.
No, it's gonna behave. I'll make a dice prison just for it. A special hell.
Just after the shot, like I'm just assuming this is straight after the shot. I don't have anything drawn, so I'm actually just gonna straight up punch him in his face.
Okay.
Like,
Make me an attack roll. Haley, you're next.
Does a 16 hit you?
16 does hit the scout, yes.
Okay.
You guys still have that?
He takes 9 points of damage.
Yeah, it's on top
Okay.
of the refrigerator. I couldn't get it down, Terry, or you can.
What? Oh.
It's dead.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm still kind of weak.
As I punch him,
Mm-hmm.
I am going to tell him, we just wanted to talk.
You dumb
I
ass.
just want to talk as I'm punching you in the face.
So, but I do get an
I just want to talk.
Me.
Huh? No, I'm good. Thank you, though.
So, drawing a weapon.
Too sick for Oreos. God damn.
I'm too full for Oreos.
So, drawing a weapon is a bonus action?
It's an interaction.
Interaction. Okay. So, I'm actually going to draw my greatsword after I punch him in the face.
You have a
Okay.
great sword? I thought you had a great axe.
Yes,
both.
both.
I have both.
Oh, shit.
I have it's a greatsword +1.
How much damage did you do?
9.
Okay, so you bang, punch him straight in the face, and he gets a huge hamburger mark right off the bat.
Okay, and then I am going to not strike him with my sword, but I'm going to pull my sword out, and then I'm going to stab it into the sand and be and then let my sword go. And do this.
Okay, make me a persuasion check. Haley, you're up.
I'm gonna see how this goes.
Oh, fucking it.
Not very well, apparently.
Persuasion. I tried to intimidate him instead, but that was a 4. Yeah. Unless we want to go intimidation, then it would have been a 10.
What's Haley doing?
Haley's gonna cast Mage Armor on herself.
Anything else?
And then
Leon, you're up soon.
That's why I did that sort of thing.
as a bonus action with my sorcery points. And then I am going to cast
Mage Armor's bonus action, correct?
Yeah, I use sorcery points to cast that as a bonus action.
Okay.
And then I am going to cast Firebolt at the dwarf.
At the dwarf?
Yeah, since it didn't seem like he was gonna be really persuaded by his thing.
Make your attack roll.
Firebolt is +7. It's a 16 to hit.
You hit. Roll me damage.
Ghost.
Just saying, without a roll, +12 without armed.
Disgusting.
That is going to be 13 points of damage.
Okay. He's now burned to a crisp. As his ribcage burns away and leaves nothing but ashes and everything else.
Alright. Now that loud noise is going to bring some people coming. That loud noise is going to bring people.
I throw water on him and push him off into the water. He's hidden.
You should have fed him to the crocodile.
Oh, the crocodile will find him.
I guess that's true.
And I look at everyone. I'm like, we need to get the fuck out of here.
Mhm.
Now,
Why'd you do that?
Why
Stop
did I
yelling!
kill him? Because he was going to kill us?
Yeah, but now his friends are gonna find us, and what are they gonna do to us when they see their
I
friend?
grab my sword and sheath it, I'm going to literally manually push these guys into the woods. We are going into the woods now.
You are going into the woods.
She's a fucking dumbass. I told you we don't need her.
We got bigger.
I told you.
We got bigger problems at the moment.
Does a 19 hit Leon?
Doesn't 19 hit me on? It does not.
No?
My AC's 20.
Oh wow! High five there.
Nice. The dirt next to you takes 14 points of damage as suddenly, because these scouts come in 2 by 2, remember from your investigation, this one was not alone. His partner has been hiding in the upper end of the tree.
This is her fault. That's her fault. She did this. She's the reason.
Leon, stop yelling!
It's now
can I
your
use-
turn, Leon.
Oh, this is like
Okay. Well, I imagine as soon as that cannon goes off, I would have just reactionarily drawn my swords. And we can count that as as my reaction for the round.
No, it's your turn. You'll be able to draw your sword, so it acts the same. But for flavor purposes, you drew him at that moment.
I want to make a perception check to try and find whoever shot at me.
Okay.
Now, would that be an action? Like perception? Or would that
I
be...
believe so. It's going to be an 18.
Okay, you try to suss it out and try to figure. An 18. Let's go ahead and roll an extra to represent the camouflage bonus. You do make out. You see a very similar dressed dwarf. They have like the war paint essentially works like a camouflage and stuff like that, and you can see him kind of holding up onto a set of straps. He's about 12 foot off the ground.
12 feet off the ground.
Onto
How
a tree.
far distance away?
About 10 feet in, and then up the tree. That's right next to you guys.
Okay.
So
So
10 feet away
like
and
some
then-
Pythagorean theorem here.
Now it's the
Nice.
raccoon with all the math.
Character's like...
Leon may be a murder hobo, but he is a tactical murder hobo.
Yes, he is.
Would you say he's within 60 feet?
Yeah, most definitely.
I'm
Now
going
we,
to use my Slayer's Prey on him.
now we have to
Okay.
have buttons that say.
That's
murder
your
hobo.
bonus action?
My bonus action.
Okay.
So I find him. That's my perception check is my standard action, I imagine, and then bonus action Slayer's Prey.
Okay.
I just point at him. I'm like, hey, I didn't do that. I didn't kill your friend. It was this twat. Shoot at her.
Zalaria.
She's,
You're the one killing dwarves.
she's gonna
Spontaneously
fly over
Is what?
the camp and get
Spontaneously
a
combusting.
good look at it. Look to see if they're probably hiding. Nah, sure, any sign of him, really.
Sure, make me a perception check.
Also get a good count of how many dwarves there are.
You also hear a second cannon ring off back where they are.
That was terrible.
I wish I see my rolls that I rolled earlier. They're all pretty good.
You said perception, right?
Mhm.
That's a 7.
Okay. 7. So you take a look around. You don't see a half ogre anywhere near here. You do see that they're moving crates into the cave, but that's it.
You almost lost.
She'll relay that information and just be like, kind of
I
looks
thought
like
that
they're getting ready
came
to
out.
set up something.
Okay, so
Whether it's camp or
we
who knows what else.
definitely know that whatever they got is in that cave.
Yeah.
There's only one way into that cave, or there's two? So like a tunnel.
One
We don't know.
appears to be one, but he's not able to.
Well,
ask
he
that
said we
question.
saw that one of the like an entrance, like a cave entrance.
Okay, so for the dwarves' turn. So he was holding his action until his friend got hurt. He's done that. Now it's his initiative again. He's going to aim at Haley.
Thank you.
Because you did fry his friend.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. So, an 8 doesn't hit you, I'm sure. Okay.
So just the dirt next to me take another 14 points of damage.
Well, he didn't have time to reload that, so he's going to do a little blow dart, but it misses. A little arrow, or a little dart. It's the
It's
dirt.
a little gusty.
Okay, top of the initiative with Tertholomew.
Do I see him first of all?
Make,
Before
yeah, make me a perception check to see.
that would be a 12.
No.
No. But I know what tree he's in.
You can hear the cannon fire off, and
How big are these trees?
it's a palm tree.
Just start shaking off the trees.
It's not like the largest palm tree you've seen.
I am going to try to bend this palm tree down.
Make me a strength check. Also get inspiration.
Bartholomew fucking yeets a dwarf.
Oh my gosh. Strength check. That is a 20.
Well, I mean, athletics can give us proficiency bonus.
Yeah, he certainly can.
So you want to use athletics instead of just my strength modifier?
Yeah, you should.
So that is going to be a 30 even.
Well, my reflex check, I rolled a 9.
You know, a 30 is like impossible.
They might be a little stale.
CR or DC.
So he'll take 13 points of damage as he falls out of the tree and lands on the ground. You guys hear a distinct snapping of body parts.
Oh.
And you'll hear, oh, like that kind of a groan. Holy shit.
You
So,
okay?
Yeah.
why did Robert cook it? I have a sandwich over there.
Maybe grab the cookie.
So, is that just my one action?
Yeah, you still
Because I
have
have
bonus
two-
action, you still have movement.
Are you over those dice?
You're not behaving.
Can I move and walk over and step on his neck?
You may not step on his neck as a bonus action. You can walk over. You can walk over to him, and you can do anything that you can do in a bonus action. But
Do you have Tavern Brawler? You can grapple as a bonus action.
I don't have Kevin Baller.
that's if you make an attack.
No, I want to stay. I want to stay 5 feet from him.
Aw.
How much?
I want to stay 5 feet from him.
Okay.
That way, if he tries to pull a dagger or something, I can be able to react.
If I get 7
Accordingly.
motherfuckers, I swear.
I should be fine. I should
But-
be contagious.
No, see, bonus action, I can only rage do 2 weapon fighting.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it.
Okay.
I haven't had a fever for like 4 days now.
Yeah, we're already
It's
past
just
the
the cough
contagion.
that I have from shit that's built up.
Okay, so after that is Haley.
I wish that they could understand me and comprehend languages.
Yeah, tongues is what you're looking for.
I know. I want to tie him up.
To tie him up.
I want to tie him up.
Okay. So go ahead and you'll have to grapple him first. And you'll have to spend some turns trying to get him forced down to tie him up.
So do a
Strength
athletic-
or an athletics or acrobatics.
It's a 16.
Okay. So let's see. 12. Oh my god, I didn't bookmark it. Scout, 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 scout. Okay, so I got a 12. So you do go ahead and he has a grappled condition.
Bless you.
Okay. Any bonus actions or anything else you're gonna do? Leon, you're gonna be up next.
No, I want to
Yeah,
save
I would.
some of my sorcery points.
Okay.
Gonna-
Shelf at work.
Just gonna tie him up. Or,
A
you know.
little sharp piece.
Start
I
grappling.
felt to go into.
All right,
the dagger.
Leon, you're up.
So you did tie him up?
No.
No, I have him grappled.
It went into my
Grapple.
About.
To tie someone up, it takes a lot more than just
Where it
grabbing.
is, like, afraid. Yeah.
I'm going to
It went
sheath my
into my
swords.
finger about that.
Ching ching.
And then I felt it come
And
out when I moved my hand.
if that's my interaction, can I still get a potion out of my bag?
Well,
Yeah.
basically, you have so to sheath your sword. That could be, or to do it with one, or with one item. Sorry, to sheath one, it would be interactive object. Because
I
you
have-
have dual
I
wielding,
have dual wielding.
you
so
get
I can-
one for
I-
free.
I can do them
So
both.
you may sheath them both.
Yes. But I
Um,
mean, sheath my swords and pull a potion out of my bag.
Right, and then you still have to drink it too. So you can spend your action to sheathe your swords, your interact to pull your potion, and because I use quick drinking, bonus to drink it.
I'm going to use my bonus action to sheathe my swords. Is that okay?
Yeah, but then to drink, you will have to use your action.
No.
I don't think he's going to drink it himself.
So, bonus action to sheathe my swords.
Chi-ching.
Interaction to pull a potion out of my bag.
Okay.
And my standard action to give it to the dwarf.
Okay. Forcibly or just offer?
Forcibly.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me the healing. Go.
Total of 6 healing.
Okay, 6.
We can take that away with a punch.
So, I want him to feel better.
Yeah, he sits there and, what are you, and as, you know, you hear that from him, you go ahead and you force it down. Okay. That all you're doing?
Yep.
Okay. His turn. He's going to go ahead and try to shove you off.
Do you want me to do an opposed strength?
You have to, yeah.
That's a 20.
Okay. Haley's got some scraps. He starts fighting and you just are able to hold him down a little bit more. He can't break free.
Definitely not a par fighter.
Can't fight him his way out of a wet sack. You hear the other people starting to rally and move towards the sounds of the gunfire. Let's see, and then after that is Zalaria.
Well, she sees that people are moving towards them, right?
Mhm.
She'll say through the talking coin, you guys might want to get out of there or prep for a bigger fight, and then she wants to go look inside the cave.
You're gonna
Yeah.
go into the cave. Okay. As you sail on into the cave, you see they're carrying some of the rations and different things, or they're basically setting up to spend some time inside of the cave. As you go into the cave, you see that it looks like there was a very large bridge at some point that has been cut down.
Okay.
And
Like a bridge going someplace?
it seems to go to the other end of the cavern, and you see that there's a slight walkway that goes down on the side that has like the chains bolted into the wall and a little foothold that's bolted into the wall as well. And but you see that the spots for the bridge has obviously been cut away. It's just gone. And they're not venturing too far like into that. They're just going into the mouth of the cave, essentially. So the dwarf sits there and kind of stops struggling for a brief second. Looks.
If he's not going to attack me, or try and attack me, then I won't, necessarily let him go, but I'll loosen up a little.
He's going to, like a kid, push against you, it's essentially.
I wouldn't be able to see me and be like, hey. I don't remember my longsword stuck in the ground. Like, beside me. So I'm just like...
We ain't looking for a fight yet.
We have the painting, right? We have the painting of Nash.
Mm-hmm.
I show him the painting of Nash.
Okay. So he takes a look at the painting. Wait, I know this guy.
Can you understand me?
Yeah, you can still.
Yeah.
And then, but I'm gonna try to
He
sign.
says he understands.
I'm
Or
gonna
he's-
try to
he knows
sign to
who
him.
this is.
Like, I assume you're relaying
Yeah.
information. I look at him and I'm like, we trying to find him.
Get inspiration.
High inspiration.
I hear if you talk slower, someone actually understands your language, even though they can't speak it.
That's what I would do.
Oh,
That's
This is how I
what
talk to
Romeo
customers
would
at Walmart sometimes. Not even lying.
so he
We know have Roma tomatoes today.
he looks a little surprised, and okay, let's go speak to my boss.
And you follow me, big dumb tall. You can hold my hand if you want.
I pick him up and set him on my shoulder.
With Dular.
He
No,
slowly
he's
gets,
on my other shoulder.
he slowly turns more red, especially in the nose and cheeks, and he goes, "He did not just pick up a dwarf."
But I pull out my stout. I hand it to him.
Oh, why didn't you say there were booze involved? So you guys start to approach. I take it with this guy.
Yeah, he's gonna guide us. I set him down so he can guide us to where we need to go.
He'll call out when the dwarves come. He's like, "It's okay. He's looking for the big one." And then they all look a little surprised. They're like,
She killed one of you guys, though.
"Oh yeah, shit." Oh, he's terrified of that.
I mean, I say that, but they can't understand me, I imagine.
Yeah, no.
Okay. So, so he says they're looking for the tall one. They incinerated Philip. It's good we didn't like him in the first place.
It's okay, they didn't like him anyways.
So they
I
get
don't
through
like you anyways.
I don't care.
the blonde, essentially what looks to be like the leader. He's got that light sandy brown or blondish brownish hair. And his beard is kept a little bit shorter than most of the other ones. And it's got big, huge bands locking the bottom portion of it, like a small brick. Almost like you dipped it in, an end cap. of
Okay.
glue. So he stops and he's got his, what looks to be a great sword, which is way taller than he is. And he's kind of leaning against it and he looks over at you all. And the other one comes up and says they're looking for the big one. You show me picture.
And I showed him.
He claps. See, the stupid one we can get along with. So they...
Do you relay information about them calling me stupid?
Yeah, I definitely relay information about them calling you
I'm
stupid.
laughing my ass off.
So, with them calling me stupid, to keep the peace, I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna start acting a little stupid. Like, ooh, thank you!
Apparently, Tirth has had some kind of a coronary. He bumped his head a little too hard.
Oh no, I'm having fun. I'm having a blast with all of it.
So they're sitting there and as they're talking around, they're like, well, how do we explain to him that the big guy ran off trying to escape? We still haven't been able to explain to him that we're fine with him. And they're like, it's okay, you can be captured, but then you become one of us. It's how our culture works. They're like, well, we can't explain it to him in any other way besides pantomiming. I mean, they don't speak our
I'm
language.
definitely he apparently ran away because he didn't want to be captured and become one of them. So,
I look at him.
where did he go?
The blonde one seems to look at you when you say those words. And he says in common, he says, further into the cave.
Oh, so you do speak common. Thank you.
I prefer not to speak the filthy language of the pointy ears. But...
I'll say in halfling, do you speak halfling?
Oh yeah, I speak halfling.
Yes! Huzzah!
He says, do you speak gnomish?
No.
He says, halfling it is.
Halfling.
He says, much better than those
Yes.
damn elves.
Sylvan? That's my preference.
Looks at you real confused. So what you and
Try
your
work.
retarded friend need is to find
He needs a new brain. It's okay. Just cut him a little bit slack.
the taller the dumber, right?
No.
No,
I
it's
just kind of sit down in the sand and start just.
Well, do you speak halfling? Then you don't know what we're saying.
I
No.
don't understand everything. Let's go.
yeah.
So no, I'm assuming that you guys are talking like I'm dumb. So I'm gonna act like I'm dumb.
So the tall one,
Attack us.
he'd been captured about 6 months ago by us.
Why?
We
Pull
were
out a
fighting
ration
at
to eat
Dather's
it.
Port.
Did you win?
No, the front line offensive got
Fuck.
attacked.
I hate that place.
But either way, we had captured the tall one. How do I say it? a lot of people, what they don't understand about our culture is that because we capture you doesn't make you a slave. I mean, we do have slaves that we capture, but for the most part, if you prove your worth, and the big one is he has his own camaraderie. He's very commanding presence.
Ooh, excuse me.
Now, there's a language barrier, so we couldn't explain to him that. We couldn't explain that to him. And anytime we set him free, he would just go nuts.
Whatever they're drinking.
Fighting and killing. So he's been difficult, but he's still worth his weight. He can row like hell.
Yeah.
So we stopped off here, started putting some of the supplies here in the cave, just finding a place to get some relaxation, some respite. And he ran off, burned the bridge.
Oh, he crossed the bridge and burned it. That's where he went.
Mm-hmm. We sent some people after him, but we're not going to have a way of communicating with him.
At this point, Zalaria is going to come back and just land on Turth's other shoulder.
Dealer nips at you.
She'll be like, why?
You hear in your head, you look food.
Do not try it.
You look food.
You already ate.
Fake news.
Human fed me, fake news. He is a cat. So we sent some people. We're basically worried he's like a small child, but I think we're gonna have to just leave him in here.
Well, these guys were sent to find him. He's got friends back home, I guess.
How does he even know? How did they even know he was here?
We showed them the painting. We found this.
Who painted these?
Apparently,
The big
he
guy.
did.
He looks at it. I don't
Just
even know where he
drinking
would have
ale.
found the materials.
I don't think I want him.
It's impressive, though. Not really
I'm
like
not big of an art guy myself, but I mean, sure.
he just looks surprised. He's like, "Well, we would be remiss to have a rowing partner, but at this point, he's probably cost more lives than it's worth. If he's your friend, you're welcome to continue down. You'll be unharmed and unmolested by us."
Is there anything we can help you guys out for letting us through?
When you find your friend, maybe you can convince him to help us do a little bit of loading and different things like that. A little manual labor in exchange.
All else fails, I can just have the dumb one do it.
Okay. But find your friend first. I mean,
Okay.
we don't know what's down there.
Well, thanks for your help. Thanks for your generosity.
Is there anything that we should
I
worry
didn't
about?
fucking ask you.
I didn't talk to you.
Can you talk to them?
He can speak common.
He doesn't want to. Be nice to the guy.
I can understand you in Dwarven if you can let me speak to you in common.
He says, if you want to speak Elvish to me and you want to use that filthy language, you're more than welcome to speak that filthy language.
Well, unfortunately, it's the only way that I have to communicate with you.
That
I
is a
can
shame.
allow
Yeah,
you
she's
to
not that
listen.
smart.
Is there anything that we should keep our eye on down there?
Another one.
We tend to not venture down there very, very much at all. We use this as a place to store some goods that we don't want to take along the journey when we come back and refresh. We use it as a good resting point, but it's not much else. We don't dive too deep. There's terrible legends of this place on a fairly common basis,
Okay.
so we do tend to dodge
Hey,
it.
if you're lucky, maybe you'll find a brain cell.
I just kind of look at you guys and I'm like,
Is this your emergency food ration?
Yes.
No, it's
I just look at you guys and I'm like, what's going on?
This raccoon is about to get his neck snapped.
What else is going on?
We're going into the cave. That's where he went.
I just say,
He
they're,
doesn't
they're
know
letting
that-
us through.
Yes, they're letting us through.
I jump up and I walk over to him. I look at him and I give him a big ass hug. And then I pick him up while I'm hugging him and spin in a circle and set him back down and then walk away.
When you set him down, he has a blade pointed at your nuts, and you feel the tip of the dagger on the tip of your, on the tip of your dick.
Before that happens, Lyria jumped off his shoulder and shifted back to her normal self.
Well, that you don't see every day. Is that a tabaxi?
And I'm assuming that he still has it.
Yeah, he'll give it a little flick.
And I'm like, ooh. And I just release this big ass fart.
Bartholomew the Great is usually the smart one. Yeah, he looks a little surprised and backs up, and nobody picks up a dwarf. Remember that. And then, what's a tabaxi doing here?
She's a part of our adventuring party. She saved his life once upon a time.
Don't bring it up.
Also, as another side note, what is your kind doing here?
That's personal.
We team good.
No offense meant.
Offense slightly taken, but we're gonna move past it.
It's like it's just most of your island stays very reclusive.
Used to.
Are the elves becoming a problem?
They were. And it got to be so big of a problem that they're no longer a problem.
Well, I'm afraid that lately the elves have been coming out in droves trying to assault
I walk over to you and
most of our ships in Homeland.
You want any help? I'll help.
That's hilarious.
I'll fucking help.
So I'm like,
He says there will come a time where all the friends, all the
that's
people
where we
need
need
to
to
stand
go,
up
so.
against them, yes.
I'm right there with you.
Hold on. He goes over and starts speaking to one that looks like it's a woman, dwarf. She has her hair put up in front of her face like a beard. Like they commonly tie it to be like a beard. Then he walks over and talks to her. She's got sticks sticking out of her hair, looks a little more earthy.
mm-hmm.
And she sits there and they talk a little bit here and there, and she pulls up and produces a small hammer about this big. Looks like it's like a jeweler's hammer. A very small, delicate-looking hammer, and hands it to him, and he takes it and he hands it to you, and he says, If you tap it against an anvil, it will open up a one-time communication to me.
Does it go both ways? Can you reach out to me?
He says, unfortunately, that's not necessarily how it works. But when you're free, you tap that against an anvil. I will let you know by the stars if you're familiar with nautical directions. I will give you coordinates.
Enough to get by.
I will give you coordinates, or we can meet back here in a worst case scenario. Thank you.
No, thank you. I love any opportunity to get at those assets.
Good luck to
Is it there?
you all, and
Is it like
for being far away from your home. Good luck.
with all of her stuff?
Thanks. Lyria can't understand them though.
He says.
Oh, is he speaking in common right now?
No, he's still
He speaks to
speaking.
Leon and Halfling.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
And then he's speaking in Dwarven because he knows that I can understand Dwarven.
Okay, I got it.
And
well,
he's,
comprehend languages. You can understand the halfling they're talking to.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
so I relay what he said to her.
Is take that item off. We take that item
well,
off.
good luck in finding your friend.
Thank you very much.
To complete the order, you know,
Well, we'll be back.
like in Wismo.
So we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take a quick smoke break, and we'll continue on the rest. That'll also give Terry a chance to finish up on that.
Just that.
Yeah, we're good.
Pass!
Welcome back. All right. So, you guys take a look and you see the vast cavern. It's pitch black.
I have dark vision.
Up to
As do
60
I.
feet.
Yeah.
You guys see
Sure, I
that the
do
side.
too.
Yeah, I think you do. You're a cat.
Yep.
You're a kitty cat. The only one who's blind is this one.
Mm-hmm.
So it is pitch black, and you can see that
Do we
the
need her?
Yes, we've been through this.
I'm impressed so far. Gotta say.
We'll give us some more time.
What has she done? She killed a dwarf. Almost got us killed because of it. And
Didn't almost get you killed.
I do have dark
You're
vision.
fucking
Yes.
exaggerating.
I was like, dude,
You just shut your fucking mouth and let us get on with this.
keep talking to me like that, and you ain't gonna have a fucking mouth.
And you have a lot of fucking room to talk.
guys, can we get through this cavern, please?
You guys can fight when we get back to Dathersport.
It's assuming we're taking him. Assuming he makes it.
Assuming you survive.
Jesus
How
Christ,
big
it's
is
like
the gap?
children.
what in size?
No,
How tall are you?
No!
I'm like 5 foot, and
no, like
where the
between
bridge is.
them, like
It's about 150 feet.
Oh, damn. Okay.
2 more beers.
I'm going to stand in between them, like to make sure I stay in between them.
as you guys cross.
you know me.
I'm just,
It's this mouthy fucker.
but I know this Mally fucker too. Just so we know, just so everybody knows, I know both of you. You don't know him, you don't know her, but I know both of you,
I know enough.
and I trust both of you.
20 gold piece on the dog.
So,
Doors are just smiling, like looking at you.
Now remember what I did to one of their friends.
so I look at you guys.
I was nice.
I look at you guys. I'm like, we're going through this cavern.
I mean,
We're gonna find Nash.
yeah.
Period.
That's his name. Shit.
That's
I
how
forgot
I
I was
remember
supposed
his
to
name. Nash. Steve Nash. He's a wrestler.
Yeah.
And he's a big dude. So I'm like, okay, that's how I remember.
It may also be where I got the name from.
Oh, cool.
Gain inspiration? Like, for,
Sure. Hey, you guys are about to go through. Oh, he already has it.
I mean,
Oh, spread the love. Good, you have that
Whoops.
inspiration. All right,
Throw it.
so it's basically you guys have seen The Witcher. You guys have seen what else does this? There's like an actual tea house in real life where you climb up a mountain where you're on a 2x4 and a chain to hold on to.
Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Terrifying.
that's what you guys are basically looking at in this cabin.
I'm trying to think of there was something else that had this in it.
I look and they can hold my weight.
You step on the board.
Yes, and hold the chain at the same time.
Now remember, if you can't, I can make you fly.
It
Yes.
creaks very heavily under your weight.
I step off. And I'm like, guys, a little nervous about going through here. I'm usually not nervous about things, but I don't want to fall.
Would you like to fly?
Wouldn't it hurt?
I can give us all the ability to fly.
Just in case?
Or I can cast spider climb on you. And you can just, climb up and down the walls.
Either way, I'm okay with either one.
Remember, you have a climbing ability too. You don't even have to cast it. Because Tabaxi.
I don't know if that. Hold on.
So a spider climb with that?
A little drunk, Terry?
No, I'm trying to think spider climb with that be like a...
It gives you a climb speed, essentially.
Okay,
And you can
Um,
Spider-Man around on it.
cool. Yeah, I want to be a spider. Let's do spider.
So I have
No.
I have cat's claws, which means I have a climbing speed of 20 feet, and my claws are natural as weapons. But that's kind of all it says. So
Yeah, you have a climb speed.
okay,
You can move unhindered climbing. It's pretty disgusting.
cool.
whereas if you don't have a climbing speed, then to climb, you'd have to make like an athletics
You have to make a
check.
check.
Yeah.
And it has to have
That's-
handholds. She doesn't need handholds.
That's
Also-
what we did in my game last week when Bryson wanted to swim. Since he doesn't have swim speed, I gave him an athletics check.
Mhm.
So, yeah, that's how it works.
Just weird that I don't have a swim speed.
Yeah.
You know,
As a turtle.
but it's also not
You're a tortoise, not a turtle.
Yeah.
Not a snapping turtle.
Snapper.
So,
Alright.
Okay, so am I casting?
Let's save Fly
Okay.
for Nash. Because he won't be able to climb back over these either. If he's bigger than me.
So it will last up to an hour. So we have an hour to get through it.
Hour to get through this maze.
Well,
And I have a climbing speed of how much?
here's my problem with it. Spider climb, yes. If that 2x4 breaks, how is spider climb going to help the fall?
I'm going to climb on the walls. I'm not even going to be on the boards. I'm just going to be climbing the
Oh,
walls.
so there's walls along it too? It's
Well,
not
it's-
just a
you gotta
big
think-
open chasm?
it is a big open chasm, and on the right side of the wall is the 2x4s with the chain.
Okay.
So while you guys are walking across on the 2x4s, I'm going to be on the wall.
2x4 is attached to a wall.
Okay.
You haven't seen the Witcher, have you?
He doesn't
I'll find
have
a picture.
Netflix anymore
Why?
because he's doing a Patreon thing.
Yeah, I canceled my Netflix so I could subscribe to that one Patreon.
Mm.
It gives me awesome models.
No, I understand.
Plus, I don't really have time to watch Netflix anymore.
I've been playing a lot of Borderlands, by the way.
Okay. It's pretty much
I
like
mean,
this.
I like it. Like all of
Okay.
them,
That's
so.
what I'm saying. You would
Also,
like it.
fuck that.
And I played.
It's something I want to do
Worst
before I die,
character
but not
and I
really.
love it. Zane.
Here, pass that around real quick.
I mean, I think the rest of us have seen The Witcher.
Yeah, but like, look at that. That's real.
Yeah.
That's to get to a fucking tea house.
It's terrifying.
Alright. So. Alright. You climb, bro.
Cool.
Alright, cool.
It
And how
doesn't.
fast does it?
It doesn't say. It says until the spell ends, one willing creature you touch gains the ability to move up, down, and across vertical surfaces and upside down along ceilings while leaving its hands free. The target also gains a climbing speed equal to its walking speed. Oh, there you go.
So,
Yeah, and you're fast.
40 feet.
I assume I'm small and light enough
So I
to
don't
walk on
actually
these
have to
2x4s
crawl like a
freaking
spider.
do
I can
that,
actually
right?
just
Mhm.
walk.
I mean, from what you can see, there are spots where this is literally a couple of inches. You have to pretty much have the chain and put your foot against the wall. But yeah.
Well, my dexterity is probably good enough to do it no problem. My dex is 17,
Sure.
so I'm just trucking right along.
Alright. So, do I need to get a marching order or any other preps being done?
I mean, I'm just walking. I'm not even spider climbing. I'm
Yeah.
literally just like, this is the wall, this is them, and I'm just like standing on the wall, walking like this, like just looking at them, like, hey guys, how's it going?
I'll just follow.
I'm also going to be watching to see if like I see the boards cracking and all that
Mm-hmm.
to grab them if need be.
I'm also
Does that make
paying-
sense?
I'm
Mhm.
also paying attention as well in case I need to cast other.
Okay, so you're kind of sitting there getting ready with the components for Featherfall, which I think is an actual feather.
Yeah.
So you're just holding onto that feather and you're getting ready just in case. Okay. As Leon and Haley are the only ones who don't have a climb speed, you guys get to one point where it is, as aforementioned, it's only like an inch. Okay. So, Haley first. And go ahead and make me an athletics or an acrobatics check.
All right. I'm gonna use this Pittsburgh shit.
Like how she did that before the roll. Zach, did you like how she did that before the roll?
The way it's supposed to be done.
17.
Yeah. 17?
Yeah.
As you're holding onto the chain, and you're going against the rope, and you start to cross across, your foot slips a little bit, but you're able to like catch yourself and pull yourself close to the chain. You look back, and you can't see anything around you,
Uh-huh.
because no one lit a torch or anything. So like, you're pretty much just going blind into this whole thing. But you hear the rock falls. Never hear it hit.
Okay. But
I
I'm
just say,
able to
"Ooh,
get my
damn."
beating and everything. Okay.
Just barely. Leon, you're up.
For rock.
I will
fall.
also use inspiration.
Can I quit the dumb act now, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Nat 20
Please.
without inspiration. Can I regain my inspiration?
No.
Okay, fair enough. But with a nat 20, I don't think I even need to roll again. So,
Hey,
What'd you
but you're
roll?
the one that says that 20
24.
doesn't automatically make us.
Just double checking. Yeah, you go across this particular spot. Want to describe it in a Shining way?
the thin spot,
Mhm.
I'll grab the chain and I'll swing over it.
Why
Just
did I judge?
no
I'm
feet,
still eating.
I don't care.
just all upper body.
Hmm.
Swinging.
Quit judging me.
Very well
I'm
done.
judging you. You
Yo,
walk 20 miles a day.
watching her slip a little bit, like with my dark vision, I'm like, what's the matter? Can't handle it?
Can't see shit.
God damn it.
Oh, sucks to suck.
I guess we should probably light a torch or something.
I say we leave it behind.
So I'm gonna take some graphite
Mhm.
and a torch and like scrape it against the wall and light it.
Suddenly you can see.
Much appreciated.
You just look behind you.
And I'm
it's
going to walk like vertically
It's like, whoa.
in front of Haley holding the torch.
Okay. Spider turd.
Spider tooth.
You guys get to, it goes down,
Like,
tucks this way,
torch bright.
around, back out, down, around, in, back, around, and up. Like it's a long way just to get to this
Is it
destination.
an hour?
Yes.
Did we make it within this hour of me walking on the wall?
You guys came to the halfway point at the hour.
Shit. I mean, I can cast it again.
I could also cast fly on everybody and we could just fly directly there.
But doesn't fly take a spell slot for you?
I have spell slots.
I mean, spider
It's
climb
cool.
took the spot.
Tooks.
It took.
It took a spell slot for me.
And I'm sure she has less spell slots than I do.
That's your call. I mean, I don't have the spells, so I'm just
okay
Spider
with
Turth
it.
at the moment, and I'm about to fall.
I would let the raccoon climb himself because he's being a dick. But I can, cast fly.
Do we really need it?
I would cast fly on you too.
Do I look like I need it?
Need it. Need it.
Yes, but we could get there a lot quicker.
So now that we all have fly,
So you're willing.
I-
Let me
I
get this
assume-
straight. No, hold on. Let me get this straight. You're willing to take extra time out of spite.
No.
That's what it sounds like. You said you won't cast fly on me.
I said that I would.
No, you
I
fucking
was
did.
being facetious.
Oh, she's being
initially.
facetious, so she's a wise ass too. Do we really need it?
Yeah. We do. That answer's not going to change no matter how many times you ask.
You mean no matter how many times she's fucking useless?
so I
She's not
I
useless.
looked at everybody and I'm like, we need
Hasn't
to
impressed
go.
me yet.
Go.
Go.
Your foot's starting to slip a little bit, and you can
So
back into
Just-
I'm
place.
like, we need to do something.
I
Cast.
cast fly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Because there's no way I'd be able to catch Turth and keep us both up.
You brace yourself against the wall and start to cast a spell. Go ahead and make me an athletics check.
No, gain inspiration.
Inspired.
Thank God. That is a 15.
Okay, 15. So you sit there and you go to cast your spell and you hold on to everything, and you're going through the hand motions, and just before you complete the spell, the chain breaks and you fall.
Featherfall.
Okay, you cast Featherfall. After you fall 5 feet, you slowly start to glide. You're down now. You're down about 125 feet from the rest of the group.
Okay, so as I cast Featherfall, can I cast Fly while I'm falling?
It's either Featherfall or Fly.
Well,
Featherfall's not
is a
a
reaction.
and it's not a concentration either.
Ooh.
You said she's about 125 feet away from us now.
Mhm.
Is that out of Fly's casting range?
I have to touch the person to cast Fly on them.
So I'm
I can
fucked
touch
at the moment.
myself and
I am like grabbing the chain. Like I'm about to fuck us all up because Turth is like panic mode, about to fall.
let him make his decision on if he will
Right.
allow it to happen.
When you start to fall
Mm-hmm.
and you cast, you get your reaction to cast it. I'll give you that you can have fallen about 15 feet
Okay.
before you cast your feather fall.
Okay.
So if you wish to cast fly, that's fine. What is the range to get them to fly to?
I have to touch them, so I have to actually be able to go up to them and do
Okay,
it.
so you're not going to cast it yet.
No.
Okay.
Well, I want to be able to fly up to them, yes. So I want to cast Fly on myself.
You're talking about
So you're going to
casting
burn a
Fly's
spell
twice.
slot for you.
Yes,
So now
I'll burn
you
a spell
now you
slot
can
for
fly.
me.
Okay, done deal.
Okay.
And you're gonna
Well, that was scary. You okay, Jared?
See,
Slip.
in a second. I'm slowly like
I'm gonna take out my sword, stab it into the wall, and then grab Turth's hand while holding onto the sword.
Alright, so as I go
I'm
up to
sorry,
them...
I'm letting go of the torch to try to grab something. Like his hand and then also like the chain as well.
the chain.
Alright, so as I
Even though
go
I'm probably
up
gonna pull it
there,
out of the wall.
fly up there, I'm gonna... They're all three, like, within each other.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna make sure I touch all three of them. And at a 5th level, I'm gonna cast Fly on everybody.
Suddenly, you guys feel almost
So I
buoyant.
drop the first Fly and then cast it on everybody.
We can fly, we can fly, we can fly.
While we're flying, like the first thing I do, I'm like, this is weird. And I just do a backflip.
You've flown before.
No.
Yeah, huh? Because we flew up to the top of the tower.
I thought we rode Dozer up.
No.
Some of us flew, some of us were Dozer. I think only Haley and Marzio flew.
No, it was Haley Marzio and Bonham.
Something.
It is kind of fun to have you Tinkerbell out though and make everybody fly. So, all right.
Well, and if everyone
I
can
just
fly directly there, and it's so less of a...
Do a backflip, and then I'm like,
Um,
turn.
so you drop the torch, so you can't see where you're flying. But other than that, you guys got this.
Yeah, and I don't. I mean, I could try to relight. I had 10 torches, so I can try to relight another torch.
Light another one. Okay. All right, you guys.
And
are
that
able
way
to-
we can see how far the torch falls.
Yeah, you watch. It just keeps going.
And it's like,
So you guys fly to the other side. When you land at the other end, you can see that the bridge itself had been hacked at this point. It looked like it had been pulled apart, actually,
Mhm.
the rope itself. So it takes quite a strength to pull a rope apart. So you can see that, as far as that's concerned, you see very large footprints in the dust leading down into that section of the cave.
and, I mean, I was like, can we follow them? I want to follow them. For sure.
Would you take a nature check to see what made those tracks? If it is Nash or if it's something else?
Yep. Nature to identify the track. Yes.
What can I do, like an investigation check?
I was going to say survival to see how long the track was
Oh,
in there.
it's only an 8.
That would
And-
be a 28 this time.
And I was going to say how long the track had been there. Do we do a survival or a
Survival, please. Yeah, taking a look at the footprint, the size of it, and everything, you're guessing this is your quarry. So it's probably Nash.
17?
A 17.
Yeah.
You can tell that it had been several days.
Okay. I relay information like, hey, it's been a couple days, quite a few days since these have been made. So
But it does seem to be him.
You guys go even further into the cavern. And suddenly the walls spike up on the side.
Terry.
Okay.
I ate my burger. Well,
This right here represents water.
Okay.
The cavern goes up like this, essentially. So it's like a staircase into water.
Okay.
And, at this point is where the cave mouth starts hitting oxygen. It goes up. So you have to go in underwater and swim, essentially. So,
Okay. Well,
dead.
before we go down there. Before we go swimming down there, I guess I'll give everybody underwater breathing.
Cast as ritual?
Yep.
Smart.
Leighton.
Takes 10 whole minutes too. It's forever. She's sitting there doing the sigils and everything. It's spell component's a drop of water, right?
It's a small reed or a piece of straw.
Oh, okay.
I'm like chewing on the small reed as I'm like doing my visuals and saying my cinematics, and then I flick the reed into the sigils to create to finish the ritual, and gives everybody up to 10 people underwater breathing.
For how long? Get
24
this.
hours.
What?
Yep.
That's insane.
If you have underwater breathing,
We should
remember
test it every morning at breakfast.
it should be a breakfast time ritual. Remember I mentioned that before? Especially when you guys are out in water every day. Every goddamn day. Cast that spell. It's 24 hours. There's no reason why you guys shouldn't be able to breathe water for the rest of your lives. Gain inspiration for describing that. That was beautiful. Amanda.
Okay,
Let's move.
let's do this.
Okay. Dousing the torch. It's pitch black here too.
I mean, we kind of have to. We can't take the torch in the water.
I'm going to tie Haley to me.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Haley right in this one.
Yeah.
It's Haley reading this one.
So many
Sorry, I have
games.
so many characters.
So you take your rope and tie it
Yeah,
to her.
that way she's like, doesn't fly into a wall or swim the wrong direction.
Well, we're not flying anymore. That
I said
Oh.
swim because we're going to be swimming.
I know, but you said fly into a wall.
Veer off into a wall while we're in the water.
Okay.
Okay.
You guys descend into the water. Glop, 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 glop.
Oh, I have dark vision as a spell.
Why do you? Dark vision is a spell.
I don't know,
You
but
can
I
cast
do.
it on to other people.
Yeah.
Like she can cast dark vision on Haley, and she can get dark vision. I have it with Tarfire as well.
He has dark vision and darkness.
Yes.
Except darkness as a spell is different. Dark vision
I
doesn't
know
see
what
through.
they do.
Darkness.
I just use fog to intimidate.
I mean, it worked pretty good.
And darkness.
Yeah, I did darkness too. Yeah, that was fun.
Okay. You guys are swimming along. Everything's fine. Breathing underwater is weird, for the record.
It's like we have like the big bubble spells.
The bubble jar.
You're just sitting there, and you intake, instead of air, you intake the water, and like when you exhale it, it's like an actual jet of water. It's creepy shit. It is real weird. Probably not so weird for Zalaria, but everyone else.
No, like flying, breathing in underwater. She's like, I've done this before.
Yeah.
Except when you shape change into an aquatic animal that can already breathe water, it's different because of gills.
It's still kind of like, but she's breathed water before. Like, yes, with gills, but it's still not as creepy as people who've never done it before. Like, so, like, I haven't seen Turth ever have this spell cast on him, so, like, it's gotta be
This is the
weird.
first time I've casted this spell.
God, it's an amazing spell. One of the best in the game, I think. Especially being 24 hours and cast as a ritual.
Mhm.
So you guys get into an open section of cave. You notice that there are several dead dwarvish bodies floating in the water. They look desiccated. Like, they usually have meaty little stumps for hands.
Mm-hmm.
Not so much. They're all withered. And
Can I poke one with a stick?
as you sit there and you poke it, you're like, and you tap it, it like, part of it crumples and breaks off.
Can I just look at it? Yep, they're dead.
It looks almost like they aged super old.
It's like staying in the bathtub for too long.
No, then they become like bloated and shit. They wouldn't necessarily.
I'm giving a wiggle chance.
Alright.
I say we keep going.
Yeah.
You guys all of a sudden feel as the entire cavern seems to echo with a little bit of pressure. You can feel the reverberation through the water that you guys are completely surrounded in. And at that point, this section right here, rocks start to fall. What are you all doing?
I'm gonna try to swim through and
Swim away!
avoid the rocks as much as possible.
Okay.
And I do remember I have Haley tied to me, or did you cast Dark Vision on
I
her?
haven't yet.
Oh,
So-
shit.
No,
Haley, you
hold
don't
on.
see shit.
No, I'll just do it real quick. It's just a quick touch spell. So I'll just go over, touch her. Be like, here you go, have some sight.
Why, thank you very much.
It's weird because you see in black and white with dark vision,
Yeah.
so...
I'd imagine that she would have had dark vision casted on her at one point in time, so she knows what it's like.
Yeah, not so alien, but it is still. Okay. Tirth?
I'm gonna try to swim through without getting hit.
Okay. Zalaria?
Same.
Okay.
What is it? Wait, what is our swim speed? Is it just our normal walking speed?
Mhm.
Okay.
Unless it says something different.
Until you hit tumultuous water, it's not going to be a big deal. The way behind you crumples into a landslide. You guys are now trapped.
Lovely.
You guys are sitting there kind of making out the sections of this cavern. And it looks like... I don't know why I put that up. I have to have it again. It looks like down here it goes down a little bit more and goes into another section, but there is no entrance ways anywhere around here.
And we can't communicate, can we?
You can still talk underwater.
Like
That's the problem. Is it you can't understand each other?
So.
What if
Signing
we
is
used our
going to
talking
work.
coins?
No,
What if we
I
used our
mean,
talking
because all
points?
it does is like. I mean, so sign language is going to be key here. I'm going to do.
Well, I mean, we're breathing water, so there's no bubbles or anything.
Oh, when you exhale, there's still bubbles.
I thought it was a jet of water.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, no
And-
bubbles.
And sound travels twice as fast underwater. How'd they talk in Aquaman?
They didn't. That was a crappy movie.
Amazing movie, shut up.
DC. Let's see. 'Cause there's no. Its sound is produced by pushing air through. So you couldn't talk.
Jesus.
Sound moves faster underwater.
Somebody
Yeah,
wants
but you
your
can't
attention.
produce the sound if it's water that you're forcing out instead of air.
Netflix. You should watch this.
Whatever.
Because I mean, think about it. Like when we're talking, we're forcing the air out. If that was liquid, it would be completely different.
I bet there's a learning curve to it, but we don't have time.
I mean, we could also use sign. I mean, we've communicated across the battlefield before. I would assume some of us.
I can give you some basic sign language.
You know, like
We won't get
like
into.
I see this way.
Yeah, like you guys aren't like you guys aren't throwing like big speeches at each other or
No.
anything. So
It's like quick little like, hey, stop. I see you this way.
I feel like we would have come up with signals with how long
some
we've been.
basic symbols and things like that.
Yeah,
Campfire talk.
yeah.
So I'm gonna continue moving. I mean, because there's no other way we can
Yeah.
go. I'm gonna continue moving forward.
Gotta keep going.
About where Leon is, Tirth, when you're there, make me a perception check, you two.
I think you need a different dice now.
I know, right? I hit an even 10.
22.
22?
Coconut.
Still barking?
Yes.
Okay, what did Tirth get?
Even 10.
What did you get?
22.
You notice about over here, there is what looks to be like at first you think maybe it's one of the desiccated dwarves. Really, what you see is it looks almost like a horribly gaunt looking bearded individual. But you know how when someone dies, their beard keeps growing after death?
It's not really. It's really the skin receding that makes it appear as though it's going on.
And that happens when the body dries out.
You don't see anything. You look over and you see it looks like a desiccated individual, but the beard is just elongated beyond that. Very similar to the ghost in Lord of the Rings, but instead of them being a sickly green kind of color, this looks almost like a stark light blue.
Okay.
And it's like halfway through some of the rock, and it'll sink back into the boulder.
Do I recognize it as intangible? How it's like moving through the rocks?
You can pretty much guess that it can move through the rocks. It's some kind of incorporeal being, yeah.
Do you relay information?
Hold on.
We're still swimming, right?
Coconut.
Right? I'll move up there too.
Perception check once you guys get to that point.
Before it sinks back into the rocks, I want to use my hunter's sense on it.
Okay, we can get an initiative rolling. See if you can catch it before it's able to juke back down. It's more like you look over in the corner and it's doing that, but if you want to like catch it just beforehand, we can totally roll initiative.
Okay, let's roll initiative.
Okay.
I mean, hunter's sense is not an attack.
No, but it's still something that you're doing, so. Okay. What's Zelarity get?
11. Wait, for initiative or my perception check?
Perception.
Go ahead and roll me an initiative as well.
Me?
Whoops.
I've been drinking.
Well, that's a 20.
20 total?
No, that's
Sure.
just what I
We're
rolled.
rolling initiative.
Mhm.
So give me a second.
22 is my
That is
total.
a 22.
Damn. Haley?
15.
Leon?
6.
Even with an advantage?
Yeah, it was bad. I rolled a 1 and a 3.
Yeah, beat you in initiative, bro. I'm sorry. So it starts sinking down, and you're like, "Ugh," but it's just out of sight at that moment. You got an 11 for your perception check?
yeah.
Don't say anything. Haley?
I
What'd you
got
get for your,
5.
for your perception? You also don't see anything. Okay.
Something just moved into the rocks.
So we can talk, or
No, it's...
Yeah, you're right. I can't
Yeah.
communicate.
so you. I mean, you can
Yeah, I'll just say there's something over there.
Go ahead and place your characters. Let's pretend that this is 3-dimensional.
Okay.
That it's just as tall.
Cube.
Yeah, it's
Water.
essentially a cube. So go ahead and start placing your characters as high up as you feel they would be.
Probably just 10 feet.
Here, if you would. There's more coming.
How high is it?
How big did you make these, Amy?
Huh?
How big did you make this square?
It's a 12 by 12.
12 squares by 12 squares?
Yeah.
Okay, so 12 times 5
I
is
don't know what to do with any of it.
60. So it's 60 feet?
I believe so.
We'll
Yes.
say she's up like that. Do you need another? Do you need a flat top?
It doesn't matter.
Ryan gave me these too.
Yeah.
Since he bought his fancy new ones.
For your game still.
I'm spoiled. I know. I'm a spoiled DM. Okay.
I
Alright.
think there's a current Kickstarter where I can buy some files to print some.
That'd be cool as fuck. Alright, so as you guys are sitting there, Leon kind of points in that general direction. Suddenly you guys hear like a clanking sound. Almost like a chain sound effect under the water. So as you hear it reaches, you guys are all looking around.
I need a nap.
I took a very short one.
Need a nap?
I feel like I shouldn't. I slept until 10, 11.
I slept till like 4.
7.
Fool you.
That's why I stayed until after midnight. Why are you awake so early?
I did too, which was probably a terrible idea for me.
I got to sleep till 4. It's no big deal.
You're going fucking nuts.
The dogs must be out.
Except I totally realized the D12s that I make with my molds are significantly smaller than normal ones.
Okay. It's still a DGL.
Yeah.
Compact.
I'm always one fucking bottle shy, I swear. Perfect.
I can hide your peppermint.
Yeah, that's why I kept it out. In case someone needed it. So you guys are all kind of hanging around looking through, and you see that there's a hole essentially here that goes down and further and theoretically there. A few seconds later, you guys hear the chains, and then
Those dogs are
I
definitely
can't cast
compact.
anything since we're fucking swimming, can I?
Nothing fire at least. Oh, cool. Right behind me.
yeah, right up. Oh fuck.
Oh, look. You're like, oh.
If it requires a verbal,
So, like, all of my spells, pretty much, probably.
Where was I? I was attacking. Okay, so all of a sudden, you guys hear the kind of.
So now spells with verbal components can't be cast.
No, you guys can breathe underwater, so I'm gonna be okay with that happening. It was gonna cost you guys 30 seconds of movement, even a 30-second round, but you guys have water breathing. I was thinking of what I wrote down earlier. But as far as that's concerned, no, if you have water breathing, you should be just fine to still cast.
Okay. Just not communicating with each other.
Right,
Because
it's
technically, just saying it, would you have to communicate with someone to say the spell? Doesn't you see what I mean?
right.
You-
You still say Leviosa, it's fine. It's just more of like, but trying to understand someone talking like that. Well, so everywhere, well, fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, what? Huh? Okay. kind of heard a little bit of that.
I heard fuck yourself. That's all I heard.
Right. See,
I heard the main gist of everything.
that's kind of the idea of why you
one
would
that
be able to. So as you guys hear the chains kind of go, you guys all of a sudden look back, and standing right next to Tirth looks to be like an old school ghost pirate, very similar to that Lord of the Rings ghost. How 1 second it'll be the skin, and then all of a sudden you'll see the bones, and you just hear, "You may not have my treasure," and then you're like, "What the fuck?" And it reaches out and it grabs your shoulder. Go ahead and make an attack. Watch me not hit Tirth. It goes to grab your shoulder, and suddenly you feel like life itself starts to get sucked away from you. But your armor class is not a 8, is it? So you pull away all of a sudden.
Those dice really like to roll 8s on truth.
No shit. Okay, one creature. So you're like, okay, what the fuck? And that's when you guys start noticing that, like, all through some of the reflections and things like that that are happening with underwater phosphorus, you guys see that there's about 10 more all around you guys coming out of the woodwork.
Ayo.
They will all jump up and stay.
I was gonna say, if you need to take some height from Turk, that's cool too.
And he gave
I have a
ton
whole
of-
bunch right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
They must be coming up from the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally from the floor, from the ceiling. The only thing is you'll notice that a large portion of them do look
Very good.
like, as you see them coming at you guys from different areas, you guys do notice that it looks like they are all chained up in some way, shape, or form. So they're gonna go ahead and get a surprise round, or like everyone's gonna be surprised except for Leon, essentially, as they come on and approach. So at the top of the initiative, Zalaria and Tirth, but they're surprised. Haley, she's surprised as well. You do have alert?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so with alert, you get a +8 on your initiative, and you can't be...
Surprised.
Read it for
In
me.
the description of
Surprised.
alert feed, it says you are never surprised.
Never get the surprise condition.
You cannot be surprised while you are conscious.
Okay, so you can be. You just have to be unconscious.
It doesn't work that way.
So, Tirth, with you having that feat, you're up.
Okay, so, I mean, I don't know how well a sword would do underwater.
Actually, I have...
Like, I don't know how well weapons would do underwater, so...
there's special rules for it.
And with it being a ghost, possibly, it would definitely be my longsword.
Page 198 of the Player's Handbook. So you're drawing your longsword?
Yes, I am, actually, yes, I'm going to draw a longsword.
Okay. All right. There you go. Swing away at one.
I mean, in this situation, yeah, Tirth would, because my longsword's the +1 longsword, so I get,
Okay.
yeah.
Go ahead and make me an attack at disadvantage.
Attack at disadvantage.
As you try to swing it, the resistance of
Oh
the
yeah,
water.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
what I figured. That sucks. Ugh.
What'd you get?
At disadvantage, give me 1 second. I will tell you exactly what it is. That would be a 16.
You still hit.
Cool. So 2d6 plus 3. That is 12 points of damage.
To which one?
Let me make sure. 12. To the one that tried to touch me. Like,
Okay.
that would be my reaction, like, the one that tried to grab me. Exactly, like, just spinning around and...
So yeah, you notice that when you swing at it, you have disadvantage because of the water draw and everything. It's really tough. But you do seem to kind of like still bite into it and kind of hacksaw a little bit against it. The beast sits there while you're sawing away at it, and doesn't look impressed, shocked, remorse.
Just seems very neutral about me hitting him.
And you're looking, you know the kind of damage that this sort of thing does. You know what your weapon can do, even with the resistance. It is magical, right?
Yeah,
Actually,
mine is magical, yes.
never the fuck mind.
So I know.
It doesn't like look like the beast is like super injured right now though. Like
Yeah,
it just kind of sits there and stares
It took
at
a
you.
hit, but it's like, oh, I see what you got.
And as it has like those hollow eyes and everything, you just see that slow blue glow kind of just sit there.
Got you.
Anything else you got, Tirth?
I'm gonna make another attack.
Bring it.
It's higher than the one, so that would
You hit a second time, even with disadvantage.
and both of the dice are one number higher, and that would be 13 points damage.
You hack away at it. The creature again doesn't seem to have any regard for its own body whatsoever. It leaves wispy tendrils as you slash through it. Stares at you with its hungry, empty eye sockets.
So, I wonder how that would work. So as my bonus action, I'm actually going to rage.
Okay.
Underwater, you just see me after I hit him. Like it's not doing anything, and it just frustrates me.
Bubbles start coming off of the body.
So it's like you just see me like I just like with the long sword in one hand, and I just like yell as loud as I can in the water, but it sounds like
You summon Murlocs.
Alright.
Anything else you got, Tirth?
That would be it actually. So
Okay. So that's happy fun time with that, and that. Let's see.
I think that might be right. I'm gonna try that guy next. One was
Okay, 16 beats the ones. Okay, here comes the fun.
No.
Against Haley. I don't think that either one of those hit you. Does 12 hit you? Okay.
Is your mage armor still up?
8 hours.
Yeah. That would be because this is
Not a 13 either, right?
No, 17 with a mage armor.
Okay. Against Zalaria. Does an 18 hit you?
Dang it, yes.
Okay. Go ahead and take 21 points of necrotic damage.
Boom!
Jesus fuck.
And then tell me when you're done with that, you're going to have to make me a save.
Okay.
We don't want these bitches to touch us.
one almost did me. What's this?
You ready?
Yeah.
Go ahead and make me a Constitution saving throw. I take it it's a nat 20?
No.
One shy, but
It's modified 20.
Okay. You feel that when it touches you, you see the desiccated dwarf, and where it touches you, you see the meat of your arm, basically the muscle mass is dying, and you feel that cold, that ice cold, just goes straight to the bone. But your body does stab off the effect. So let's see. So that hits you. The other one misses you. The 2 against Turf. Dice.
did it roll an 8?
Does the 13 hit you? No.
No.
Okay. I didn't think so.
20. You hear me?
Huh? 20?
20.
Okay. And now against Leon. Ooh! 6 and 6 is 12, so 21 hits you? Okay. And a 20 hits you as well?
Yes.
You take 3 hits, each one doing 21 points of necrotic damage.
63. 63 total. So 3 hits, 21 each.
21 damage each. 3 hits. And then I need you to make me 3 Constitution saving throws.
investigation for one of those con saves?
Yes, I would.
You're welcome.
First con save. With inspiration. Modified 20.
Success.
Second con save.
You got this.
Another modified 20.
Yeah.
And third con save. That is a 17.
17?
Yeah.
You're good. You feel like again, you feel that cold, but the cold does eventually warm up where they touched you. But it racked you pretty hard with that necrotic damage. Okay. Alright, this is fun. So, top of the initiative now.
I don't get to go?
Oh yeah, you're right. 6, you're up.
Okay. For my standard action,
Mhm.
I'm going to cast Protection from Evil and Good.
Okay.
So, I take out the bottle of holy water, and I just uncork it, and it starts flowing into the water. Then I take out the powdered silver and iron in my hand, and just close it in on the holy water where it is in the water, and light starts radiating out from my clenched fist.
Yeah, that's cool. Alright. So that means that, I'm trying to remember, protection against means that you get a bonus AC, am I correct?
Creatures against those types, are they evil?
Yeah.
Okay. Creatures of those types have disadvantage on attack rolls against me, and I also cannot be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them.
Cool. And it's against good and evil, you're picking evil,
Yes.
obviously.
Obviously. So that is my standard action. And that is a concentration spell that lasts for 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Which means that you can't cast like Hunter's Mark.
Yeah, I can't do Hunter's Mark roll.
Yeah, but
Protection's better.
And for my bonus action,
Especially since we're probably not really doing any damage.
I'm going to do my second wind.
heal up.
D10.
Good thing that you succeeded in the Constitution, because if you fail in that, then however much damage you take knocks off the ceiling. You can't regain over that hit points again. Reduces your maximum hit point
my
total.
God.
Yeah, I'm sorry. for
Like
this.
temporarily or
Heal up
permanent?
9 HP.
I'm not going to tell you.
Okay, fair enough.
Alright. And aside from that, I'll just use my interaction to draw my swords. And that'll be my turn.
Okay. Shing shing. All right. Now it's the top of the initiative. So no longer being surprised, Tirthil, Emil, and Zalaria. Who has a higher dex?
Probably true.
I have a +3.
Hold on, I have to get there. I have a +2, so yeah, Turth. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what spells I can use.
No, I understand. So going at initiative 22.5.
Just so you're aware, according to Dungeon Dudes, it's not who has the higher initiative. If they roll the same thing, they get to choose amongst themselves who goes first.
No. It says in the player's handbook that in case of a tie, you have to figure something out. Yes, but it doesn't say the players get to choose.
Mhm.
And it says I will show it to you. But basically, they call it a tie, and they go at the same time. As far as declaring is concerned, it gives suggestions, but there's no firm rule.
Yeah.
My firm rule in every edition has always been...
I'm just saying, out of
Yeah, I see.
character, and this is whatever.
Dexterity, going by the
And
dexterity
quickness.
score or even modifier does make a lot of sense because
It
your
does,
initiative
'cause,
is
you
based
know.
off of your dexterity.
Which is why I've had it since
Yeah.
2nd edition, essentially, for ties. But technically speaking, ties go at the exact same time. So going at a 22.5 is Tirthil.
Also, I do have water breathing as a spell.
So, can I tell if it's doing any damage to this guy?
You're doing damage, but it looks like thankfully your magic weapon's there. You can definitely tell that it has some resistance to damage.
Okay. I mean, I'm in rage. So,
Coconut, shut up.
She's gonna have a sore throat.
She always does this.
alright, so I I'm actually so reckless attack means I roll with advantage, correct?
Mm-hmm. So it would cancel out your disadvantage.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I would just roll normal,
Mm-hmm.
and then I would use the melee strength during this turn, but attack rolls against you would be at advantage as well. So just regular with them, right?
Well, they're not attacking you with advantage, so basically you'd be, instead of you attacking at disadvantage, you would attack normally,
Yeah.
and then they would attack you with advantage.
So I mean, is that all it does for me? Like, it just gives
Yeah.
me advantage?
Well, it cancels out the disadvantage in this case, but yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Is this reckless attack pretty much just gives me advantage over attacks, but they get advantage over me. Got you.
And
Still
you're
a
at-
dope ass ability.
Oh yeah, even just to cancel out the disadvantage of being underwater is
No,
perfect.
that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just roll attack with reckless attack, and I rolled a
against the same one.
yes, sir. So, considering I rolled a 14 plus 13, so that would be a 27 to hit.
You hit.
That would be 14 points of damage.
14 points of damage.
Yes, and can I reckless attack twice or just once?
Oh god, I know this. Why can't I think of it off the top of my head?
Because it's 2 attacks.
Reckless attack, I'm pretty sure, is only on one attack.
One
Double
attack.
check under your features and traits, though.
Yes and no.
I feel shitty, but I haven't been smoking, so.
So
There's
you
that.
make your first attack. Okay, so I'm gonna attack again, but I'm gonna roll with disadvantage.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. Does a 17 hit you?
Yeah.
16 hits him, so.
Oh.
11 points damage. I rolled 2 1s.
Okay. This one's starting to look like it's on its last leg. Anything else you got going, Truth?
No, that's all I got right now.
Okay. Zalaria, you're up.
I want to cast. It's called Maelstrom.
Mm-hmm.
It's a swirling mass of 5 foot deep water. Appears in a 30-foot radius centered on a point you can see within range. Sorry, I'm trying to eat at the same time. The point must be on the ground or in a body of water. Until the spell ends, that area is difficult terrain, and any creature that starts its turn there must succeed on a strength saving throw or take 66 bludgeoning damage and be pulled 10 feet towards the center.
Oh, so
Nice.
maybe it's everybody?
I was going to put the center right here.
About that spot? And
Yeah.
you said 10 foot?
30-foot radius.
30 foot?
The little
I think-
circle thing is, yeah. I think the whole thing is 30.
I'm pretty sure it is too. It's a 15-foot radius. This only goes into a 20 radius.
So it's plus 10 after that.
Well, see, here was my thought was get the center far enough away that it only gets these guys here on the edge.
So like that kind of thing?
Yeah.
Because it goes out another 10.
Yeah. So you're gonna cast it more over here on the wall.
Yeah.
Here.
Or I
Yeah.
guess I could
If you centered it around here, essentially against the wall
so
there,
like there.
yeah, you can get it to where it can land it against 3,
That's what
essentially.
he did.
Okay.
So-
Because it would be like you basically, since these things are like this too, it's a cube or 360 degrees. You'd have to go down 10 feet, and then that way it hits them.
Okay.
So yeah,
But
you should
that's
be able
without
to.
hitting us too. So
All right. So you're going to do that. Anything that begins its turn there?
Yeah.
Concentration.
Strength saving throw or
no, is it a
take.
concentration?
Oh wait, yes, it is a concentration spell.
Okay.
And your save is going to be 15.
And it's what kind of
15
save?
strength.
Strength? Okay, let me just check one more thing real quick.
Have enough peanut butter and chocolate.
Yeah. Need some salt in your life? Yes.
Okay. All right. What else you doing?
Well, I think it's an action, so that's kind of all I can do.
Cast that spell. Okay. All right. So let's see. After Zolaria, 22 would go to the bad guys at a 16. Initiative. So
Are those guys gonna make their saving throws, or?
yeah, they're starting the turn. So what kind of save is it? A strength? Did you say?
Strength of 15, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And they take 60 points of bludgeoning damage.
6d6 bludgeoning damage. If
Okay.
they say if they
I got a
fail.
19.
Oof.
That's a success.
Yeah.
Do they take half if they succeed?
It doesn't say. It just says they must succeed on a strength saving throw or take 66 bludgeoning damage and be pulled 10 feet towards the center.
Okay, roll me 66. Blue boy caught it. The other two didn't.
3.
Here, I also have
4.
like a
I
million.
need 2. 5, 6. 6. 12. Look, that's 18.
Yep.
19, 21,
Plus 9.
25.
So that'd be 30 even.
Okay, 30. Now hold on a second.
Jesus Christ.
So it said bludgeoning damage,
Yes.
and what kind of spell is it?
Concentration up to
No,
1 minute.
School. I'm sorry. Abjuration or evocation?
Evocation.
And it's supposed to be a whirlpool, essentially.
Yep, essentially.
And I get pulled 10 feet closer to the center.
I'd say it probably bypasses DR. Because it's magic. It's from the it's abjuration. So, this one gets crushed completely as it goes away and dies a terrible death.
Yay!
This one takes 30. He's number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 5. Takes 30 points of damage. And blue takes none. Okay.
If he failed his strength test, he gets pulled back 10 feet.
5, 10. Okay. All right. So he will go ahead and...
It's also considered difficult terrain. I think. Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, the area is difficult terrain.
Oh, okay. So, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 50, 60. Double check something.
He's 80 feet of movement.
Holy shit!
I have 60 feet of movement, and I can move literally through people, which it does. It goes and literally passes straight through you.
Nice.
Dope.
Okay.
Well, honestly, that's 10 feet up in the air. Or in the
So
water.
this one's going to pass through you. All right, let's start this thing on Haley. Nat 20. Fuck.
Fuck.
Ooh, that's rough, dog. Okay.
Should have hung on to that rope, huh?
Huh?
So we should have hung on to that rope, huh?
It wouldn't have helped us. I
No,
mean,
no,
we
okay.
still
You're
trying to get
miss-
to this place.
You're missing what I'm saying.
So,
Okay,
Thinking too much.
20 and another 20. Damn. You're lucky this chart doesn't have an instant kill. Okay. So the crit effect for you, Amanda, is going to be minor scar. So no adverse effect, but you're going to have a scar that you can't get rid of unless you have a 6th level magical healing spell or higher.
Wait, are we using the lingering wounds rules?
We're using the crit rules for the lingering injuries. Remember when I stated all the house rules? I believe you were trolling during that. But
That
yeah,
was a
I
long
mentioned
time
it.
ago, too.
Yeah. But yeah, we are using the lingering wounds. So
It would have been awesome to get like
maybe
a
it's
vote
just-
on whether or not we'd like to do that. But if it's
Maybe it's
okay,
just been
whatever.
so long since
no,
you
this is the
critted.
kind of game that I want to
Okay.
run, and I will be running it with those abilities. I don't have to put that sort of thing to vote.
I mean, we did vote for like a easy campaign, but
I know.
I think it's been over a month since.
Okay.
I know, no,
Yeah, that's
I-
that's cool. Amanda, take 42 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Make me a Constitution saving throw.
Just one.
Yep. For now.
Come on, take damage.
It's not behaving for you at all.
It's not. Why would you do damage? Thank you. Too much. Alright. And con save.
Mm-hmm. Okay, your hit point total is reduced by that same amount off the ceiling. So you can't be healed over to that. Okay. Crit.
I hate you.
Crit's hurt. Okay, and the third one. Take another 21 points.
I'm down.
Gurgle, gurgle. Go ahead and make me a Constitution saving throw again.
That was a 16. So 19.
19? Okay, so you do succeed in that, but you are down. Okay. This one attacks Zolaria. 19 hit you?
Yes.
First one misses you. The one that passed through you hits you with that 19. 21 points of damage. Make me a Constitution saving throw.
God.
You got inspiration.
Yeah, I do. I'll use it.
Probably was. Still fail.
It's a 4, 5. I can math.
Your hit point ceiling is reduced by 21. Okay, Tirtholomule.
Okay, hold on. Wait. Never
Okay.
mind. Keep going. I'm fine.
Leon Scott Kennedy.
Oops.
Does a 21 hit you?
With disadvantage? They're evil, and I cast protection from evil.
They are evil. Okay,
So
so
they
that'll
have
be the first one with
disadvantage on their
this.
attack rolls.
Second one with this. Well, 21 hits you, so that one won't hit you. And a 12 won't hit you. So go ahead and take 21 points of damage. Make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
So the one that was attacking me is dead.
Yes.
Yeah, I pulled it into the maelstrom.
Gotcha.
Which will replace a pirate. Because although the pirates also fit, they're also like a good 10, like extra couple of feet taller, like 8-foot tall models.
14.
14 is exactly what you need. Okay, so that's all their attacks. I don't think I missed one. I hit you with 3. I hit you with 3. I hit you with 1. I hit you with 2. So that's all of them on the board. Okay, so that's the scary bad monster's turn. Haley, it's time for you to roll a death saving throw.
Fuck. Not one.
That's two off. Okay, so that's Haley's turn. I believe Leon is the next.
Okay. I'm gonna start swinging, I guess.
Okay.
I'm gonna be attacking.
That one? Fatty?
Yep.
Okay.
Red fatty.
Is that one purple one? No, I'm just
With my main hand.
Roll at disadvantage.
Right.
Wait, sorry. What weapon do you have?
A longsword.
Long sword?
A longsword of warning.
Okay, let me double check something.
My main hand is a longsword. My offhand is a short sword.
Okay, roll at disadvantage with your long sword.
With the longsword. The
Mhm.
short sword is normal because it's piercing damage.
No, but a short sword is one of the ones that's safe.
Interesting. Okay.
I'll show you the rules for it after. I don't
I've
want
read
anybody
the
to
underwater
metagame.
rules, but I haven't memorized them.
Right. You just notice that when you swing with the long sword, it's got a lot more resistance. The
Yeah.
short sword, you can kind of get in and stab a little, is what you're going to notice. So, all right,
What
go
are the
ahead.
Weapons: short sword, dagger, and trident. I imagine.
Like I said, I don't want to talk about it because I don't want anybody to metagame. This is your first underwater combat for
With
serious
the long
series
sword
in this edition.
with disadvantage. So 13 plus 8 is 21 to hit.
You do still hit?
That will be 6 points of slashing.
Okay. And that's with a magical weapon?
It is. It's a long sword of warding. It requires attunement, but it is a magic weapon. Okay, yeah. It says this magic weapon warns you of danger. Okay.
And how much damage?
6 points of slashing.
Okay.
And with my second attack,
Nice.
two 19s. So that's a 27 to hit.
Yeah, this is with your main hand still.
Main hand still.
Okay.
Because I have extra attack.
Okay.
So,
Well, throw dice at Amanda.
yes.
Try to hit her.
Amanda's about to die, and you're gonna throw dice in.
Yes. Now I'm going to do it. Where did it go?
I don't know.
Oh, here it is.
Amanda, I really hate to say it, but I really want to kill your character with this particular monster. I really do.
No!
I'm sorry.
Not
He's
allowed.
been saying that he wants to kill me for
That's
the past
another
2 days now.
6
so-
points of slashing.
Okay.
And now I will do action surge again.
Oh, and you still have a bonus action if you want to attack with it.
Well,
You're going to save it.
I don't know how much fire damage is gonna do against them anyway.
Action Surge gives you another attack action.
Fire
Yes.
underwater?
I was
Okay.
gonna try.
So, I mean, you can
extra
use...
attack. I can,
Okay, I
I
got
can
you. Don't
get
worry
2
about
more
it.
slashes with that long sword, and then I have my bonus action to stab with the short sword.
Hold on. There's something I,
can only
checked on the
heal 20
economy
points, though.
when it comes to that.
It's better
So,
than being
let's
dead.
double check something.
Although now I'm in the same boat, so,
It's
loads of
additional
Action.
Do you have any weapons?
And with extra
Mhm.
attack,
Do you have any
as my
weapons?
ranger
Like,
feature, I get
melee
2
weapons at
attacks when I take
Yeah.
the attack action.
None magical.
So with action surge and extra attack, that's an additional 2 attacks.
Hold on. There's something about that. Where was it? Because I was looking it up.
I mean, I was just gonna bring out my
Where's
monk
extra
fighter,
attack?
so-
Oh my god, where's extra? Find extra attack for me, please.
My monk fighter.
Oh,
You can attack twice whenever you take the attack
Because
action on your
what
turn.
was stuck in my head.
Okay,
I
so
created it
it's
with it.
only because you get
Wait,
because you
Sorry, I said
spent the
because
thing to
Fallout
do
Boy
it,
was
so it's
stuck in my
good.
head, so I
Okay.
created it with Thurman.
So,
I mean,
taking the
why
action
not?
surge.
Okay. Just remember that you've got your bonus. I don't want you to lose it.
It's
No,
good
I won't
too.
forget.
is it open?
No.
Move everything.
So 2 more attacks with longsword. At disadvantage. That's a 3, so that's only going to be 11 to hit?
No.
Okay. So my other attack with the longsword. That will miss as well.
Ugh, hard
Now,
times.
my bonus action with the short sword.
Not
not
at a
get
disadvantage.
And that is going to be a 12 to hit?
No.
No. Okay, so that will be my turn then.
Rough stuff, guys. Okay. It's the top of the third. Top of the third. Bartholomew, the 22 and a half.
All right. I'm going to go down. Drop down to where I can hit him.
I'm pretty much, because we don't have enough of these, I'm pretty much saying that they're...
I mean, you have
Even.
tons of those. She has like 3
I
stacks
have
written
God
for
so
damn it.
many!
All right.
I told you I had them!
I'm 20 feet up.
Okay. You get 20?
I think.
That's
I don't
fine.
know. I'm guessing.
Give
Oh
me
no,
another
you
one.
need one more.
Give me another one.
That is a
Put it
top.
on the bottom.
It's a top. Okay. Go ahead and get me 2 and 3 separate sections.
Wait, 2 and 7. Hold on. There we go.
No, boy, no.
What happened?
He dropped his dice.
Thank you. And then get me one that represents you, which is your 30 feet up.
I don't know.
Okay, I'll need another one of those. Yay, 3-dimensional combats are fun, kids. 3-dimensional combats are fun.
Now we don't have enough. That's everything. Except for one more.
No, there's more over here.
Oh, never mind.
We'll be on Haley. So, okay, kids. Fun times.
Alright, I'm gonna hack and slash the purple pirate.
Get Purple Pirate.
I'm doing a reckless attack for my first one.
Good call.
And as a... You said a 14 hits them?
Yes.
Alright, so I got 8 plus 13, so that's 21.
Hit.
Am I correct?
If it 21 hits, yes.
14 hits.
Players like to shine you on, though. Always do. I hit it with 5 extra 5 hits.
So 9
You
plus 10. So 19 points of damage.
19?
Yeah.
Okay.
First one.
And that's with the magical.
Fuck. What are the odds?
Oh my
Did you get a
god!
20 and a 1?
I rolled 2 nat 1s.
You got a 1 and a fuck.
Opposite Tomlin.
All right.
So I missed with the second one.
You did, and let's see. I don't remember how to do this. Roll me a d12.
Mother of dicks. 7.
7. 6. Okay, so it's at the 7 o'clock position. Roll me high-low.
Hello on a... It doesn't matter, huh? It's a low.
You drop your magical sword. And it's on the ground now. I'm gonna get the duck. Alright, so that's bad news bears for you, Ombre. Tink.
Since I missed, haven't moved, I'm actually going to move down.
Okay.
To
He's
go
gonna
get
get
it.
an attack of opportunity
That's
against
okay.
you.
That's fine. You've been rolling bad.
Oh god.
So you're gonna go
Take my
ahead.
odds.
It swings at you, it misses.
Since I can't pick it up, actually interact with an object.
You can pick it up
Yeah, so I'm going to pick
for
it
your
back up.
bonus action,
Yeah,
essentially.
and I'm going to be on the ground. So I have it in my hand. Cool. Good talk.
Interesting. Okay, Zolaria.
So now we can poke him in the bunk hole.
I am going to cast, I think it's Cure Wounds on Haley.
She's
Okay.
right next to you.
Yep. Give me just a second. Okay, yeah. I think I was casting it at a second level, which would be 2d8 plus 3.
Okay.
Hold on. I gotta. There we go. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15!
It's 50
getting
50.
Haley back on her feet. Thank God.
Now, technically, since we're in the water, do we have to get up? No, I'm serious.
Yeah, if we're fighting 3-dimensional, what even is prone?
Being lifeless?
I would say
Being
that.
unconscious, I can see. Yes.
I would say that for the most part, prone only counts if you're actually on the bottom, being held like by weights
Or
or
gravity.
something else.
Like gravity. And water, since she fell 5 feet.
Well, she wouldn't have even fallen. She would just
I'm just floating.
yeah, like literally.
Suspended.
Yeah.
So when she gets scared, she just... Cool.
Right.
I'll go way down and go attack again.
Now, yeah, I mean the ceiling is really where they get you on this one because you can't heal over to this amount as they hit you each time. It just keeps dropping you. So this spell goes away.
Yes.
Okay.
I think it was only for like a minute or whatever, anyways.
A minute's pretty good.
Minutes, 10 rounds.
Yeah. But
It
you did
hasn't
get
been
Haley
10
back up.
rounds.
No, but
But I
casting
cast a
that
different
breaks
spell,
concentration.
yeah, it's she had to get her back up. I mean,
Yeah.
she was 2 death saving
Yeah.
throws down. Okay, anything else, Solaria?
And that's all I can do because that was an action.
Okay. After that is the monsters. This one will float down. It doesn't like Turth. I'll float over to you. Doesn't want to dick with Turth anymore. Didn't have fun. So it's going to attack Solaria. Okay. So against Haley. Holy shit!
I thought it was going against me.
I'm attacking in order. That
Oh,
one
I
moved
gotcha.
over there. Another nat 20, Amanda.
Again.
So go ahead and another 42 points of damage for the crit.
Damn.
Roll me
I
a
can't
Constitution
heal.
saving
I
throw.
can't heal, so I failed my con save. So
Okay, so it goes down by another 40.
yeah, I can't heal. I'm.
What's your
I-
ceiling at?
My ceiling was at 20, so I can't heal. Period.
Oh, fuck. Shit just got super real.
That's outright death, isn't it?
I don't see healing being a case, so yeah, that would be outright death.
Target dies if its effect reduces its hit point to a maximum to 0. Will that happen? Okay. Okay. Now, I hate to say it, but this is kind of one of those things that very seldom ever happens and gives a creature its reputation. That's why I said, of all the things for you to die against, this is kind of the one I hope you do. Because this is what gives this creature. This is why players fear this creature, and I would hate for you guys to go your career without it. That being said, losing Haley fucking sucks. I like her way better than
You
Valerie.
hate all of my characters.
Mostly.
You hate all of my characters.
Mostly I do. So as you guys look over and you notice, like Zalaria, you pop her back up, and the other ghost is sitting there, and it's just got its chains on it, and you see its piratey self as it has its cutlass in one hand, and it takes a terrifying looking claw that splits in two, and it just goes in and just reaches straight into her heart. As you see the cold go, and she starts to like desiccate a little bit, and she turns like, kind of starts glowing with that blueness. You notice that the chains that's around these creatures are wrapping around her. And when he pulls it out, Haley sits there, and she's completely incorporeal. She turns into one
Oh my god.
and turns to look at Zalaria
No.
and gets a wicked smile, and you see the flesh disappear, showing the skeletal structure behind it.
No.
You want to play it?
Might as well.
Wow. The dog died, but we can still keep it.
Okay, that's fucking rude.
I mean, that's basically what he just did. That's what he said to Amanda.
Did I get hit while I was in the bathroom?
No.
No. Okay, so those two attacked Haley. Haley's going to go ahead and attack you. Hits you with a 19 plus 6, I'm pretty sure.
My AC is only a 17.
21 points of damage. Make me a Constitution saving throw.
Don't forget your
How much
inspiration.
points of damage?
21 points of damage.
Cool. I'm down.
Don't forget your inspiration.
Well, I have a 13. No, that's hit
Oh,
points. That's not
No, for your constitution save.
Yeah, no, I should be okay. Because that's a 14.
A 14?
Mhm.
Okay, so that doesn't rack that up. Okay. But now that you're down.
However, I'm at 0 hit points.
So Haley turns and looks at you as she's got that skeletal kind of thing, and then she'll go ahead and reach in and just kind of stop your heart.
I am at 0 hit points, though.
Yeah. So you're at death saving throws?
Mhm.
Okay. So that's these three. I had to spend an action because technically Haley didn't really have it, so I'll roll that one as well. But we're doing story plot. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Die.
You go to play with you. Okay, and then you'll go ahead and take one death saving throw as the other one reaches in and just grabs a hold of you and tries to stop your heart.
So wait, am I making a saving throw or am I automatically
You
failing?
automatically fail one.
Yeah.
Actually, isn't it a crit? Because she's unconscious?
No. If she takes damage while she's unconscious and making death saves, it just counts as one failed death save.
Okay.
You can make
You
an
guys
attack
have-
roll, and if you crit, that's 2 failed saves.
Okay. I'm just going to double check and unconscious to make sure we're
I
playing the
think
rules
that
right.
you did this a couple of sessions ago.
I might
and
have.
This is what we determined.
Could be. Let's double check. So I have this fancy thing. An unconscious creature is incapacitated, can't move or speak, and who gives a fuck. Creature drops whatever it's holding and falls prone. Creature automatically fails saves. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Any attack that hits the creature is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature.
Okay.
So I will hit and I will crit. So that is 2 death saving throws.
Cool. Why? What the fuck?
Join my crew.
No.
Okay, Turf. Holy shit! Rolled good against you this time. 8 plus 6, 7 plus 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So it's a 23 and a 24. A 17 and 18.
Yes, both hit.
Okay, 21 points of damage. Make
So 42.
42. Make me 2 con saving throws.
I don't have inspiration.
Do you want mine?
Con. So that would be a 14, and I rolled a 17.
You're lucky.
Woo!
Okay. Now 3 against Leon, which
Have disadvantage.
yeah, no. Protection against good and evil is an aura.
I believe so.
So that technically they would have had disadvantage against me. One of them.
No, he would
No,
have to
it's not
sink
an aura,
down.
It's a touch.
Yeah, you're good.
One willing creature you touch is protected against certain types of creatures.
Okay, so it's basically
Myself.
you as
It-
target.
It's just me. I targeted
Okay.
myself.
I'm just trying to see if you can move and give it to Turth or maybe Zalaria.
No, it's a touch.
Okay, so disadvantage.
My AC is 20.
Okay, 16 of the
There, Leon dies fucking witch. I said there, Leon dies fucking witch.
Okay, so
He's a little
they
preoccupied right now.
they all miss against you.
Sweet.
Okay, so that was that. The bad guys. Yeah, now it's Leon's turn. We're gonna take the quickest smoke break in the fucking world. After you. After your turn.
Swinging! I'm swinging! Does a 16 hit?
Yes.
Alright. That is a cocked dice. That is 9 points of slashing against Red Fatty
With a magical weapon.
with a magical weapon.
That's the one you've been attacking.
That's the one I've been hacking at.
Okay.
Alright, second attack. At disadvantage.
It's an 18.
18 and a 16. So does a 24 hit?
Yes.
Damn it.
24 hits, I think, the Tarask.
Butterfingers tonight.
Does a 37 hit you?
That will be another 8 points of slashing
Against Red Fatty still.
against Red Fatty still. And he's still up?
Yeah, he's still up.
Jesus.
He's barely taken anything.
I've been hacking at him like crazy.
Yep, 6 damage, 9 damage, and 8 damage.
Alright, and my bonus action, my short sword. It's not at disadvantage.
We can try.
Is that 3 or is it cocked?
It's kind of cocked, but it kind of looks
No.
like 3.
One.
What do you say, Zach? What's your ruling on this dice? Is it cocked or is it a 3?
It's kind of like this.
It's cocked.
It moved.
That's definitely cocked. That's not.
I on things like this. See how it's got like this neat
Yeah.
little border. Just have it. It has to roll inside the border. The base has to be inside the border, or else it's cocked.
That's a 15.
That is a 15.
15 hits.
Plus 9, so.
It hits.
Did you roll disadvantage because that's your longsword still?
That's my short sword.
Okay, then you're not at disadvantage.
So d6 plus 5 is 8 points of piercing, also magical.
Also magical?
My short sword is a +1.
Yeah,
My
take
long
these.
sword is a long sword of warning.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. What does it warn you against?
let's see. This magic weapon warns you of danger. While the weapon is on your person, you have advantage on initiative rolls. In addition, you and any of your companions within 30 feet of you can't be surprised except when incapacitated by something other than non-magical sleep. The weapon magically
So
awakens you and your companions within range.
The whole
That
first
would have,
round.
yeah, the whole first round. Gotta remember your gear, man. I can't remember
Yeah.
your guys' gear.
My bad, guys.
Okay.
Break time.
Yeah, I have to.
Break time.
I'm sad.
Break time. That's very nice. Okay, we're good.
All right. Welcome back.
Okay, so Turth is going to try to jump
Technically, she's still there.
from the bottom,
Okay.
like push up. Since I'm on the ground,
Yeah, you're gonna
I'm going to try to push
kick
up.
off. Okay. You get an additional 10 feet.
As I do that, I'm going to slash this guy to pull me in the direction of Zelyria.
Gain inspiration. We started playing Exalted again, I noticed. Fucking when the chips fall down, Turt's like, we're
When I
not
attack
dying in
him-
a hole.
When I attack him, I want it to be a reckless attack to get that.
You will.
And I rolled a
Yes.
19.
You hit.
And that is 9 plus 9, 18 points of damage.
18 points of damage total.
And I want to...
No, they will get tax of opportunity against you. of
Yeah, I know.
course.
That's why I was doing this too.
19 plus 6, I'm pretty sure hits you.
Yes.
21 points of damage. Make me a save. I like rolling damage, but when you have so many bad guys, it's just better to average it out. Fuck my desk.
I rolled an 18 and a 20.
An 18 and 20? Okay.
Because I used my
What color is it?
inspiration.
This blue. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, here. found it. Your shoes were eating them.
They like to do that.
Apparently. Okay, so you're able to move past it. They get their shots, and you're over near Zelaria.
Yeah.
So that's 10,
I want
20,
to
30.
be to where I can grab her leg, possibly,
You can.
and pull her away if possible.
You can. That is your action to grab her. And you pull her away.
Yeah.
Okay. So she's in your custody.
Okay.
You've moved 10, 20, 30,
I'm at,
40.
I'm at my max.
You have 10 more feet because you kicked
Oh,
off.
yeah.
So you may move 10 feet more.
As I go by her, I want to go 10 feet higher.
Okay.
That makes sense?
It does. It does. It does. Okay. Woof.
You bugged out?
You okay?
Yeah. My mind is just berg.
It's okay.
Oh! Shit, time out.
Okay. What's up?
That's half damage.
To you? Because
To me.
you're raging?
Yes.
He does have resistance
Oh,
against
and you should
necrotic
have been
damage.
done
Because
that.
you're
I should have
necrotic.
been doing that.
Whoops.
Okay. We'll say gain 1 hit back. So 21 points of
Okay,
damage.
so that hit that just happened. Gotcha.
That's,
I'm cool with that.
that'll level out any amount of rough this is. How about that? We'll call it even now.
That bear.
So no, I was just making sure that it's
Broken bear.
because it's not psychic damage.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So you're 10 more feet up. All done. Anything else you got?
And I'm going to pretty much protect anybody that's going to try to hit Zelaria. It's going to hit me.
Okay.
So
Done deal. All right. Zelaria, I believe you have a death saving throw to make.
Actually, I have my parapet of wound closure, which stabilizes me.
Okay.
And then whatever.
Thanks, Marzio.
Yeah,
No.
thanks, Marzio.
Now, if I hit you again, I'm pretty sure that undoes that. So that's your one shot.
I have no idea. It just says while you're wearing this pendant, you stabilize whenever you are dying at the start of your turn. In addition, whenever you roll a hit die to regain hit points, double the number of hit points it restores.
Never mind. Then I basically have to do three attacks on you to kill you. That's a fucking useful power.
Especially since anybody that's going to try to attack her right now is going to be hitting turds instead.
Yeah.
Even if it's
Baritone Barbar.
Well, I mean, now it freed up a lot more monsters, though, so... Okay, so Zalaria is stabilized thanks to her parafit of tacos. It's now the bad guy's turn.
Parafit of tacos. I love it.
It's the most useful Mexican food item in existence.
No, burritos are. Actually, just chips in general.
Just
Speaking from experience.
immediately goes straight to the food.
Well, you're the one who said it was the most useful Mexican food. However, if we're gonna go by that standard, I would say chips.
The bride. Kiddo.
So is that one higher than us?
They're all equal.
Okay.
They're all swarming.
Zach just can't count.
No,
We're
it's
running-
cool. No, I get it. I just want to
running
make
out
sure.
of these.
Just want to make sure that if I'm going to get hit by people, I need to know how many.
3, 4, 5. 5 are attacking you. Okay, so we're going to do Haley first against you. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Does a 20 hit you?
It beats it.
21 points of damage.
Nope. We'll do 11.
And make me a save.
That was rounded down.
Take my inspiration, by the way.
It is rounded down.
Can you get Valerie there?
Here you
He
go.
still has Valerie.
Oh, that was a
She'll get
12.
Valor back.
Tripping.
Little mini game I was really hoping would go through, but
You said con, right?
Mhm.
Con.
and then you have this at an advantage because you're raging.
Oh, so I didn't need that.
Well, then I'll just
Yeah,
take
take it back. What'd you get?
So that was a 14.
Okay.
They're
So-
new still.
Haley does
Yeah,
not
no,
kill
that's fine.
you. 5. So 21 hits you twice, I'm just assuming.
Yeah.
Okay. So 21 times 2 halved.
Is 21.
Make me 2 saves.
I beat that one. And I beat that one.
Okay. And the other 2 attacks miss. Now against Leon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Disadvantage. Oh, you're... Look at what you would have been cooked with. This dice does not like you guys. That time you'll be hit by 1.
The
Huh?
one
I'll be
time. The one time.
You down?
Yeah.
Okay,
And a Constitution save.
please.
Do you have that potion?
That will be. I'll use inspiration.
That'll be inspiration.
That'll be a 19.
19?
Yeah.
Okay. So now you lose your concentration on the protection against good against evil.
Yep.
So now the other 2 have advantage against you. Never mind, they automatically hit because you're unconscious. So take 2 death saving throws from 1.
I'll be down, won't I then?
Hmm?
You get 2 more attacks against me, and they're auto crits.
No, I get 1 more attack. That's an auto crit.
So the first 2 missed.
First two missed.
The third one hit me.
Knocked you down. Now I
Knocked
have
me
2
down.
more.
So you hit me with the 4th one, and since I'm unconscious,
1,
it's an
2,
auto
3,
crit.
4.
So that's a failure.
Yeah.
And then you have 1 more attack, which will be another auto
Automatic
crit,
hit.
which will kill me outright.
Ugh.
Oh my god.
Leon, all of a sudden, as you see, Leon gets hit. One grabs him, picks him up as he's kind of screaming, and you just see all of them sitting there holding against him. and the chains just wrap around him completely, and you see him just the color leaves him, and he turns into this blue. And he'll stop floating, look back at you with the raccoon eyes, and then smile, and you see all the skull of raccoon skull, and just the smile just gets onto it, and then they'll all stop and look at you.
Get the fuck out of Dodge.
Damn, right side of the table. Told you guys I'm gonna kill you, and you guys are like, he says it every week.
You do!
I try to kill you every week.
Yeah, usually your dice don't roll this well.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I forgot about the lingering injury, because you haven't rolled a crit in months.
I know most of the time it's been against the bad guys. Oh, I liked Leon. I liked Haley too. Those are two characters I really liked. But their story ends here. All right. So yeah,
It's nice to get to play with Leon for like 5 minutes.
it's Earth. You're the only one up.
I spent $50 on that painting, too.
Oh no! Actually, I saw a meme the other day that was just like, you know, your character's gonna die when you get your model completely painted.
He's had the model painted, but
Yeah.
I know.
I haven't gotten to use it painted, though.
I
I didn't even get it painted until after I got back
I'm going
to
to
playing Marzio.
disengage,
mhm.
and I'm gonna swim as fast as I can this way.
Down that way.
Yeah. So this will be.
What are you doing with Solarium?
I'm carrying her.
Oh, okay. Do you have a backup?
Yeah. 30, 35, 40?
Okay, so you swim there.
Yeah.
Bad guy's turn. Let me set him up and then I'll move him on to the other board.
Would have gone the other way. Gone out. Gone away. They're like, fuck you, Borg. Sorry. Not sorry.
There's a reason why they're chained.
So as they all start to flow towards you, you look back and you just see all of them are just like they're standing completely still, and they're just moving like that. They're not swimming, they're not walking, they're just moving towards you.
It's like they're floating.
Yeah, and their useless limbs just floating behind them with the clothes. And you just see Haley like doing this, and the raccoon just drops the weapons and then reaches
Tanuki.
out. Trash panda. And as each one of them come up to it, all of a sudden, just when they get close and you're like, oh fuck, they're gonna get me, and they start passing through the, like you see a stalactite and it'll just pass straight through it, and you're swimming down and you look back and you're like, I'm fucked, they're gonna catch me. All of a sudden, you see the chains around them, and they stop, all floating like some strange, like buoy essentially, just sitting there. All the chains, as you notice a slight glow right here. The chains are all attached to a small piece of silver right there. And you look back and you see your friends Haley and Leon just sit there and stare hungrily at you. But they cannot pass that room. We're out of combat essentially, unless you're going to go back in.
Feed Solaria some heals.
No.
They have some useful gear.
Yeah, that.
Totally
The
worth
backside
going
wall.
back in for.
White Dragon Scale Mail. Long Sword of Warning.
You sit there looking at all these ghosts are terrifying, but looking at Haley and Leon really tears you up, man.
It does.
For the rest of eternity, they're chained here.
Still get to hate each other, too.
Forever.
Since we're out of combat at the moment, I'm going to give Zalaria a healing potion and set her down. So
What's a healing potion?
it is 44.
Actually.
Doggos.
2d4 plus 2. 6, 7, 8.
Nope, it's actually 7.
You guys could probably take a short rest, and then you would be able to take double heals from your hit.
No, normally we'd be having this because when you pop a cork on a healing potion underwater, you don't get the healing from it as much. But your parafit, I believe, will
Yeah, it
double.
doubles
So
it.
essentially, a lot of it pours out. And you're like, fuck, I forgot this part of it. That's why you guys can get these made into tablets. Remember
Or
that.
you could just be like, and then spit out the cork.
I just eat the top of the bottle.
Crunch.
So why are you playing a Dragonborn? You only play Dragonborns because my face is this big, right? Yeah, I can put a bottle in, and close it, punch the top. Of it.
My next character is a Dragonborn, so.
So
So I'm up.
I look at Zaleria and I'm like, do we want to go back for them?
Would you do me a favor and you guys say in your most ghostly voice, join us? You hear?
My voice won't do that right now.
I understand.
So, I have this spell called Reincarnate.
Yes, you do.
You
Does that
touch-
work immediately?
You touch a dead humanoid or a piece of a dead humanoid. Provided that the creature has been dead no longer than 10 days, the spell forms a new adult body for it and then calls the soul to enter the body. If the target's soul isn't free or willing to do so, the spell fails. The magic fashions a new body for the creature to inhabit, which likely causes the creature's race to change. The
You roll.
GM rolls a D100 and consults the following table to determine what form the creature takes when restored to life, or the GM chooses a form.
One of my favorite spells in the entire game. It's how in 3.5 one of my players found a way to become a dragon. Because if you rolled a 100, then it said DM picks. You used a wish spell.
On this one it says tiefling.
I know. Yeah, they don't have the other option.
Yeah. So
Yes or no?
we have that option.
I mean, do you have 2 spell slots for it to do both of us, or is it just one or the other?
Give me a second.
And who's your favorite?
Also, the duration or the how long they can be dead, it was up to a day.
10
Up to
days.
10 days.
10 days.
So we could kill you as a wraith and then carry your body for 8 days and then cast it again.
So I have one spell slot to where I could do it right now with one person. It's a 5th level spell. Usually I have 2 spell slots, but my Maelstrom was also a 5th level spell, so I've already used one.
You have lightning, right?
Yeah,
You don't
I
have
have
to-
lightning bolt.
Kill them as a
There you
specter.
go.
Their bodies are still there.
Yeah, I know.
We just have to deal with the other specters.
That's what I'm saying.
But
You got lightning
I
bolt
could cast lightning bolt.
at range
Uh-huh.
because they can't attack us from here.
Yeah, because it's a line of 100 feet with a 5 wide blast. Wait, hold on. Stroke of lightning forming a line 100 feet long and 5 feet wide blasts out from you in a direction you choose.
Tell me what you guys are gonna do.
Well, Zaleria would like to save her friends and possibly reincarnate them. If you guys, out of character, are actually cool with possibly changing the race of your character.
I don't really care.
I'm not as worried. Out of character, I'm not as worried about the race as I am about Lucentarius.
In character, Leon being reborn as an elf would be my favorite fucking thing in the goddamn world. What are you looking at, you stupid fucking elf? Oh, wait, I forgot. I'm a sissy elf, too. Hey, would you recommission him to pay you as an elf?
I'm not gonna spend another $50.
So, I mean, also, I don't know if we attack them from here, if it's going to bust the chains for them to come at us.
Well, I feel like with... So this is, I guess, is out of character because actually, can Zaleria see where they're attached?
Yeah, you can see
Okay.
you can see them all towards that little center
Okay.
point. You see Haley's body here and
I'm
Leon's
also
body
going to
here.
drink a healing potion.
So my thought is that they're
Half it, because you're underwater.
Well, I was gonna bite the top of it.
we will need to invest in getting tablets. Anyways, it would be assumed that they're
Content or higher, sure.
stuck to.
If I get
whatever is
in my
there.
con save, okay.
I can't even think
Yes.
right now.
Considering my con is +9, I rolled a
Crunch! Crunch! I like swallowing glass.
It's
He
to
could
follow you.
swallow the potion and spit the glass out later. After he swallows the potion. I mean, it's a healing potion.
Burns on the way down.
Don't trust that side. Yeah, no. So the lid on the D4, I can't tell which way is up. So all of my D4s, one side of them is wrong.
Nice.
Oh, that sucks.
It's dumb.
Whenever there's a reference to eating glass of any kind, I'm always reminded of this one horrifying movie scene I saw one time. I don't remember what movie it was, but it was like some hospital for mentally disabled people, and one of the nurses got upset with one of them once and just kind of lost her temper a little bit. You know, it happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
But it upset the mentally disabled person so much that he went back to his room, popped the light bulb out, and started eating it. And it was just a horrifying scene.
Have you
I
ever
was
seen?
always reminded of that, and it's like, ugh.
Cameron ate glass.
Ugh.
One time, didn't
Me and my buddy walked in on his autistic brother actually eating glass at one point.
People
He
with
had,
pike and shit like that too.
he? He
don't
has autism, obviously, and then he also
Severe.
has pike as well.
they? Oh god.
His
Is it-
favorite thing was change. How much change did they get out of him one time?
$22 at some point.
Oh my god.
Wow.
All quarters.
This is also the autistic kid whose favorite show is Beavis and Butthead.
And Ren and Stimpy.
So, dead players.
Subject change!
What you doing?
Alright, so
I mean, I can try casting lightning bolt. I mean, it'll hit something at some point anyways,
yeah.
if you want. And we can try that. So she'd basically, like, move here.
Before she does that, I'm going to rage because I'm just
You're pissed off
I'm
at your face.
pure pissed right now.
Understood.
Like
What level is this? This is 4th level. Hold on. So she'll cast it. Creature takes 9d6.
There's like
Here, 8.
12.
there's a reason
Nine.
why I purposely raged.
It made sense. It made sense.
3, 7. I can't that fast.
25.
Yeah, 24.
24 points of damage. Okay, and they're in water, so it doubles it, but the range doesn't matter because they're there. Okay, 24, that would kill 67, that would kill the one that Leon was busting up, which was
I think that's the
red.
only one I took from you.
Red fatty. And then Tertholomew had put some on this red guy. Okay. The rest of them all, it's communal at this point. How much damage?
You said
20.
24 and double
24.
since they're in water.
Doubles the range.
Oh.
But so yeah, you sit there and as you're doing the shocks to it and everything, you just see Leon and Haley's ghosts sit there getting rocked.
I mean, the most I can do is shoot it with a bow. Because I'm not getting an arrow skillet at the moment.
Wait, would dispel magic work?
No, it's not the same.
Okay.
If anything, it would allow them to come at you. Yeah, it is.
Shut up! Shut the fuck up, Landon! God, I was hoping that was gonna get cast.
I could cast it again, or I could maybe try Thunderclap, but I feel like that's a terrible decision. Because the caves aren't exactly...
Yeah, learn from Melissa.
Alright, we'll do another... Yep.
Electric chair.
Yep. I need that dice back, by the way.
The shock therapy.
Just here.
I only
Shall
made
we-
the-
Shit right now, so.
Got myself 2 players today.
Maybe.
16, 17, 19, 20.
I'm just gonna let him do the math because he's better at it than I am.
Hey, human coagulator.
20, 30, 32 points of damage.
32? You're still standing.
I can do it one more time at this level,
Yeah, why?
but I can do it at a lower
Why?
level, so.
Mood ring toilet seat.
I know, I saw that.
Okay, however,
She's
Those
she's
two-
casting it again too, so that's
the
She did
YouTubers
32 right
are
there.
fucking adorable.
32 and 24 points. So
Their
far.
husband-wife duo, I've been following them for about a year. I just love them to death. It's actually a really cool process. But, yeah, it's kind of weird.
My
They
wife
saw
just
it
got
on
off the
Reddit.
shitter and she is relieved.
They actually put it in their guest room, and they're not
That's
going to
fun.
tell anybody. I
Bring-
mean, obviously they have family that watches, but that one's definitely cocked.
yes. 5, 6, 15, 26, be 30, another 32.
Perfect. That will kill them all.
Yeah!
If they're
So-
all down, I am going to immediately go over there and swim and get Leon. Actually, since they're kind of just floating there,
Yeah.
I'm just going to swim around and grab all of them. Like, grab them both at the same time and just kind of kick with my feet. Well, Zaleria can help me.
As you swim over, you notice that little shiny point that they were shackled to. You do see it shine at the bottom. That's it. A little shiny point is what I'm saying, covered in a lot of debris. And you collect them. Anything else you do?
So are they wraiths still, or are they...
Well, you're eating
Yeah,
their bodies.
No, the electricity, like, you saw them.
Okay. So we are going to swim at them, and I'm going to get them. And then continue to swim down.
Lifeless bodies aren't room temperature the way it should be. They're cold still. You grab them. Then where are you going? What are you doing?
Turf being turf, I want to touch the shiny point. The shiny
Oh my god! Turn!
You're gonna
No!
Intelligent than that.
No, I
You're
know,
gonna-
but I'm wondering if it's something we
Oh.
can use. Like, that's what I want to know.
Go down
Can
and
I
touch it?
investigate it before I touch it?
Make a perception or investigation roll.
You want my inspiration?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, give that shit away.
Might as well. I mean, that is still a... Fucking investigation's high.
There we go.
17.
What'd you get?
17.
It looks like a pure silver ring of some kind.
This is big. Because I'm worried if I touch it.
Silver and it looks about this big.
Oh, the ring's that big? Fuck it, I'm gone. I thought it was like a ring, like...
No.
Okay, then no, okay, good. I'm just gonna take them and I'm going to swim.
Down there.
Yeah, swim down here.
As you go down there, you notice it goes down even further into an even thinner point.
And I'm going to continue on. Are you going with me, Zaleria?
Okay. When you go into that smaller point, there's a rumbling. The rocks start to fall all around you. What do you do?
I want to get out of this room as fast as I can.
Yep.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a dexterity save.
Cool.
Both of you.
2 years later.
Go ahead.
You said
If
dexterity.
you're carrying a body, you're at disadvantage.
So I get to just roll with regular because I roll advantage with dex saves.
What'd you get, Slayer?
Damn it!
7.
What did you get, Tirth?
5 total.
You guys are pinned to the bottom now.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm gonna try to fight out. Like I'm gonna try to move. If I can move rocks, I'm gonna move them.
Strength check.
Strength or
Athletics, I
athletics?
apologize.
So Larry's gonna try and get free also.
Athletics or acrobatics. Whichever is
So that is 17.
success.
Athletics or what?
Or acrobatics, whichever is
And I'm gonna try to free everybody I can as well. Like
their bodies.
yeah.
13.
So if you want, I'll make more.
Yeah. Zalaria is not out yet.
I'm anybody that's stuck. I'm going to try to get out. So
Okay.
that is a 27.
The cave starts to rumble again. You're free.
Okay,
Cool.
I'm going.
Leon's body's open. Haley's body's stuck.
Okay, I'm getting Haley if she's stuck, and if Leon's free, you're gonna take Leon.
Yeah, I'll grab Leon.
I'm going for Haley, and I just rolled a 30.
Amazing. You yank her body free. Her leg snaps off, but you are able to free it.
Fuck.
So if you
I mean,
reincarnate-
for the spell, you only need the leg.
No, we have everything but the leg.
Yeah, the leg is being left behind.
It's okay if you don't have the entire body, is what we're
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
You could
Because
just
I get
you
reincarnated.
could just cut off
into
one of her
something.
fingers. Forget the body.
Yeah,
I'm
you don't
just taking.
necessarily.
I'm taking the body anyways because it gets all your it still has all your equipment and all that.
Okay.
So
You guys are able to successfully go before the rest of it collapses in.
okay.
Eventually, you swimming in this corridor, and it's so dark and everything, and you're swimming with the bodies, and you're just caught with all the grief as you're sitting there holding your friends' dead bodies. Until eventually
Been there.
you notice there's some bubbles that go up, and it looks like there's a ceiling part of oxygen. When you come out of it, it's a bunch of white and gray sand up against the edge, and there's a phosphorus light through the stones that have that phosphorus that they collect them, and it's like a dim torchlight here. There's oxygen. So you,
Okay. I would like to make my way to the shore.
well, it's just a small little
It's just-
alcove,
okay.
and it's encapsulated in this natural rock formation.
Okay. My goal is to try to get somewhere.
Say it again.
I said my goal at the moment is to try to get somewhere that we can rest. Period.
This would be a good place to rest. That's part of why I'm.
Like we can rest here, like a long rest here or short rest.
You may try a long rest, and hopefully a monster doesn't come by. But this little natural formation is pretty handy. You guys also have 24 hours of water breathing.
Yeah.
So you may press on, but this is a place for respite.
And we're at how many hours?
You guys have spent 4 hours.
So we have.
You guys got plenty of time.
Yeah.
Okay, so use one of the spells, possibly.
Try and reincarnate.
Yep.
Who do we want to try it on first?
Your call.
I don't know.
Haley's bleeding all over the place.
I actually would say Haley if she's bleeding everywhere.
Leon looks like a bloated raccoon, like the ones you see on the side of the road.
Yeah, because
I mean-
I'm missing a leg,
We're both dead. What difference does bleeding make?
right?
Well,
That's
attracting
true.
monsters. That's my thing. I'm thinking like sharks and stuff like attracting
Or the sharks with the squid
Okay, this is what
faces.
we're gonna do. We're gonna roll for it.
Sharks
high low.
freaking laser beams on
I was
their
gonna say
heads.
odd or even.
I'll show you 3.5 headed tentacle shark. It was
Here.
ridiculous.
This is what we're gonna do. Who wants to be odds?
I mean, Amanda's pretty odd.
How old are you? 31.
I'm the oldest. Of the
How
two
old are
of
you?
us.
I'm 26.
Okay, so
odds and evens.
Yep.
That's an odd. We're reincarnating Haley.
Alright.
I did
Hi.
that. Odd, even. That's my train of thought.
So the casting time is 1 hour, so we have to be here for at least an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Now, the spell components is something you might want to take a peek at, too.
rare oils and unguents worth at least 1,000 gold pieces, which the spell consumes. Which
I got you.
I know I've been doing my best to keep my component pouch full for everything.
I
Nope.
did also make sure that we wanted to keep quite a bit of the stuff from
Reficil.
Reficil's locker because of this type of spell.
So, just the only thing is we have to make sure that that the price is paid. Because when you pay for your spell component pouch, you pay for all the components. But spells that have over 1 gold piece, you do have to buy those separate. So, since this is our first rodeo with this, you can take that away from your gold.
Okay.
And then in the future, remember, you have to refill it if you want this
Yep.
again. Okay?
Okay.
So it's you'd be spending about $4 grand, $2 grand, right?
Well, right now it's just 1,000
Yeah.
because that's all I can do at the moment. So then it's up to the DM and to roll a
Don't even pretend.
D100.
D100.
You're like the weirdest fucking shit.
The DM has to roll a D100.
Do you have a D100?
I
Well,
do
you
have a
can-
D100.
I was gonna say you
Yeah,
can
it's
do
called a
percentile.
percentile dice.
Oh.
You want to roll it? Or should
You're
I?
the
It
DM.
says the DM has to.
Also says I can ignore any rule I want.
That's true.
It specifically says that.
Like he's the DM. He can do whatever the fuck he wants to.
Fingers crossed.
Overpowered class.
Okay.
Let me see.
She is now a 92.
Tanuki.
You are a
Congrats,
goddamn
you're human!
Seriously? Fucking seriously?
77 to 96 is a human.
Seriously, how is that going to work with Leon since it's a homebrew race? There's no table for it.
We can
You
take
don't get
out.
to be a Tanuki.
That's dumb.
We can take out Dwarf.
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
No, being reborn as a dwarf would also be fucking hilarious. I'll have if I roll if there's a roll of 100, I might pick out of the book. I know that it gives me Tiefling, but Tiefling is a 93.
97 to 100.
Yeah, so I'll
Which
have a
is
roll
very
of 100.
small
I'll
compared
pick
to
whatever I
everything
want.
else. Well,
That might be
Dragonborn
it.
is really low too.
So also Haley will be reincarnated, but you do get a chance that you will look different. You will be a different person physically.
Okay.
So, if you wish to, you may pick your sex, or we can roll randomly for it. Male or female, your choice.
She'd still be female.
Okay. Okay. But remember that you're reborn from someone completely different, and the idea behind this spell is it kind of takes your reincarnated form, because some things are reincarnated in this world.
What is
It would take she's using her druidic magic to essentially bend time in such a way to where the future you who you would be born into, if you were to be reincarnated instead of just go on in the rest of the wheel,
So would it just be like a straight human, or can I pick like a variant human?
you can be variant human.
Okay.
But it's kind of like it's stealing that future you and bringing you into this time.
Okay. How would I go about just going and edit the character as
the class or the race? You should be able to.
Well, she's a human anyway, isn't
Yeah,
she?
he was
Yeah.
human.
Yeah.
But I don't know if she's a variant human.
No, I'm not a variant human.
No, she gets to keep the same stats.
Yeah, no,
She
I
just
get that.
changes.
Race.
Yeah. I mean, these are real fun when players elect to re-roll their stats
Mhm.
and do stuff like that too. But
Do I restore at full health?
I actually don't know.
It doesn't say.
It doesn't say.
Resurrection does have a whole separate set of rules.
But
Or being being
Oh.
resurrected.
I'm trying to think of what we could take out to try to.
I'll take a look at that.
Suzuki.
Let's see.
But how
Oh,
does
wait.
it work?
Hold on. It says the
story-wise?
reincarnated creature recalls its former life and experiences. It retains the capabilities it had in its original form, except it exchanges its original race for the new one and changes its racial traits accordingly. So you get to keep all your same stats and everything. Your race is the only thing that would have changed.
And like I said, you'll maybe you have black hair and you have different facial structure. Maybe you were born Indian. You pick and flavor it how
I just
you
think of
want.
Amara from Borderlands.
But you are a different body,
You were
essentially.
born without hands.
Could be taller. Maybe now you have small boobs instead of big boobs.
I get it.
You have blue eyes instead of green eyes.
Or no eyes.
I get it.
Fugly teeth.
I get it.
You're wearing.
No.
Maybe you got a tramp stamp when you were like 12.
Dear fucking lord, I get it.
Okay, so here's the thing. We gotta figure out if we're gonna keep going or if we need to just get out of here.
Well, we can do a long rest. We can do a long rest and still have water breathing.
That's true. The only thing is that since Zach graced us the one time, Zaleria doesn't have the components to do another reincarnation at the moment. So we have to get out.
I can buy that you can do
You
it
can?
for him too.
Okay.
Like I said, I get it, but just remember, in
I mean,
the
I'm
future.
taking it out of my gold anyways, so.
So, as you set the spell and everything else, you do wish to be reincarnated, right, Amanda? You can certainly say no as well. You get the choice to come back.
That's very true.
That's always a very important
Yeah,
part.
I probably would have said no, I don't want you before she wasted a spell slot.
No, it doesn't quite
doesn't
work like
matter.
that.
I know.
They decide to bring you back, but then when the time comes, you as a player
Yeah,
get to
you're-
dictate whether Haley would be in the afterlife happy and say, no, I don't want to be resurrected, or if she decides to come back.
No, she would want to come back and help her friends.
You guys can't be forced back except for my big bad evil guy.
Mhm.
They're the only ones who force people back to life.
No, she would want to come back and help her friends.
Okay. So you cast the spell and everything else, and it pulls from the future, like that future possibility, coalesces that energy and forms a new body in her. As you do, and you see all the physical changes that are going to go through what she decides Haley looks like. As you go and you cast it over her, and you see her body kind of rots away completely, and the new body structure seems to have a rebuild as vines that turn and peel away and leave beautiful skin behind. As you're done casting the spell, you feel all of a sudden a terrible, cold, horrible feeling in your heart. And you look down and you look, and there is a symbol burned right here into her chest of, it looks like almost like a phoenix, but it's a black burn mark on the inside. You know this in some druidic circles, bringing someone back, fully back from the brink of death, on this continent without having Lucentarius to give you a phoenix stone, it usually marks you. So, there is that. So you guys rest up and do it to Leon?
Yeah.
It's your call. You got the stone, not me.
Well, if we're gonna
I'm
sit
holding them both at the moment.
New Haley.
I'm still thinking of what I look like.
For now, she's resting
Yeah,
and sleep.
I'm still holding
we're-
her
are
because
we-
she's like.
Are we gonna take a
unconscious
long
as
rest
soon as-
anyways?
Yeah.
Okay. So, well, I have to take a long rest in order
To use this.
to use the spell again. Like, that's just how it is.
8 hours.
8 hours. That means we're at 18 hours of.
Yeah, but it can be
Water
casted
breathing.
again if we need it to
I'm
be.
just letting you know.
Yeah.
That's where we're at with water breathing.
Cool. Alright, and then we'll do another reincarnate.
You want to roll?
Honestly, I love that mini that I painted. And I just spent a bunch of money on that painting. But role playing wise, Leon would want to stay dead because he finally got to be back with his family.
Side note, it would have been a 20. Tell me he would have been an elf.
A 20?
Yeah.
He would have been a mountain dwarf.
Cute. I was just curious, man.
That was actually the one I was going to say that we should replace for Tanuki. Like the mountain dwarf.
So, as you guys go through and you go to cast your spell, and you ask Silva to bring back Leon as you go through,
The same kind of thing happens. His body desiccates ever so slightly, and rot is not an evil thing. It is a part of life.
Right. I mean, she understands that. She's a druid.
When the vines go up and everything else and you push that final bit of energy, all of a sudden there's like a backlash of energy and light. And when you open up your eyes, it's almost like you're staring into the sun. And Leon, you get to say your goodbyes. It's a magical thing that happens regardless of if you decide to come back or not.
All right. I'm where I want to be. It was fun, but they've been waiting.
You can actually see behind him. Describe your family.
There are other raccoon-looking people. Lovely-looking lady for a raccoon.
Yeah, hot raccoon action!
And little girl clinging to her and really excited to see me again. So
And Zelyria will just start crying. Both out of sadness and happiness because she's lost a dear friend, but you get to be back
You
with
would see
family and
Turf
she understands.
with a
One
tear.
single tear.
Slowly coming down, and I'm just... You're the man.
We will miss you.
I'll miss you guys. I don't know about her though.
Dular looks at you and starts sniffing around on your stuff and goes into your bag and pulls out the little toy Kusif and throws it to you.
I catch it.
It bends into the world, into the afterlife.
Oh my god.
Your little girl, as you catch it, looks up at you.
I'll hand it to him.
And
And Zelyria will just sit there and cry for a couple of minutes.
But now you get all of Leon's stuff. That's some pretty cool stuff.
no, it rats away. But yeah, no, you see the body, and as it passes away and turns to slight dust, and then just leaving all his gear.
If
you know
it leaves
is-
all of his gear, I would like to pick up all of it, and we'll distribute it later.
Yeah, of course.
Except for that sort of warning, I might use it.
But he leaves no ugly corpse behind. It's gentle, rapid passing of nature.
Like, is his corpse still there?
No,
Because
he's
I
dust.
was going to say, if it's dust, then okay. Because if his corpse was still there, I'd like to do like a proper burial type of thing.
Yeah.
Because that's Turth's thing.
No, this will eliminate the need for a proper funeral to not
Okay.
cause a hungry ghost.
Because with my backstory, that I had to do that to my whole tribe.
Yeah.
So that's why it was just one single tear. Because it's like, I've been here before. I get it.
To Leon. Out of character. To Leon.
Mine's actually alcohol.
Lucky.
I mean, we can change that for you. No, I'm just
So yeah. Fuck. So as the night passes on through, you guys are able to get your full long rest. You try to cast a spell, and Leon doesn't seem to go through. But you did see him in his afterlife, much happier. Looking over, and you see it looks like Haley's, whoever she is now, is about to wake up. You guys look into the water, into the pool, in the depths, and you wonder if this will be the only life that will be claimed, or maybe it will be the rest of you.
Well, the other question is, how did Nash survive all of that? If he even survived.
I know, I wrote.
I know you did!
I know exactly how all this shit happens. So, with all that said and done, I think it's a good spot to end the game. Leon.
Remember your outro. Unless that was it.
Thanks for watching me kill players today. Every 2 weeks we play. We do it, and then my wonderful IT girl puts it on YouTube, so hopefully you guys
If
are
I
enjoying it.
am not sick and remember.
We really appreciate all the new subscribers and everything else, and hopefully this grows and we get to share this thing that we love with you guys. That's
Followers,
it.
not subscribers.
Huh?
Followers, not subscribers. Subscribers actually pay us money. We're not there yet.
Oh my god. For liking us enough to watch multiple versions of us doing this shit.
We appreciate the support.
With that said and done, we're going to give it away to Amanda to push our Facebook and then Mandy to push her own personal thing as well. So, Amanda, take it away.
Follow us on Diamond Dice on Facebook. I post this stream that we have here on Sundays as soon as we start streaming on Twitch to make it easier for you guys to follow us and see our videos. Throughout the week, we usually post funny D&D memes as well. Just keep you guys kind of enticed. Just follow us with our funny shit.
Links down below if you can't find us on Facebook. And then follow me on Madly Unique. I don't know the next time I'm streaming. It's been 2 weeks. Hopefully this week. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Anyways, we'll see you guys not next week, but the week after.
2 weeks.
Bye.
See you in 2 weeks. Ah! Fuck!
Shit.
Mother dicks.